Play it.
Oh. Ah.
All right.
Welcome to College Game Day.
Hello and welcome to 26-bit Game Day, where we can't afford real fucking music.
Oh god.
Fuck,
Okay. So
I'm Danger Zone then, if that's what we're doing.
I live in the gymatorium.
I'm eating smoked sausage with A1 sauce.
I'm LDO.
and this is College Game Day Season Preview Edition. And let's discuss the
I'm
season
still
ahead.
Danger Zone.
He's still Danger Zone. Okay, so
I'm still not Danger Zone.
if I remember correctly, I believe LDO had some team write-ups that we could jump into first.
Oh, we're jumping straight into those.
Let's just go right. We're going
Okay.
Balls.
I did the top 4 teams in
Okay.
being lost. In my final coaches poll, so start with USC.
Yeah, let's do that.
I think all these players went up to a 5, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But Mike Thomas, quarterback, maybe 1 sec. No, in fact, we'll come back to this. 1 sec. I need to get that channel. It's gone terrible already. 1 sec.
Come on.
Mike Thomas, like a 4.
Oh, we know Alabama is going to be fucking good. Their wide receivers are absurd.
I don't think you can say that, sir.
This is a.
Oh, we're looking at USC. Okay.
We're not your 13-year-old sister. Awkward silence.
You deserve it.
So sports.
1 second.
Sports.
I'm just checking my facts. 1 sec.
And we are. Oh, Danger just left the group. All right.
Do you blame him?
Yeah. Do you think his sister had something to do with that?
Maybe. Oh, he's joined us again.
Right. Okay. Let's start with USC's offensive line because it's good. It's really good. It's the lowest grade I think is a 4. We've got 4 members who are all 4.5 plus.
Mm-hmm.
Majority of run blocking, and I believe they have Jerry Rambo, who's a speed back. So maybe seeing some running from USC this year.
Maybe.
We're not going to run the ball at all. We're going to try a new style where we only use the wide receivers.
But your wide receivers are all 3.5s.
Yeah.
Yeah, your wide receivers look like shit compared to the rest of your team.
Yeah, but they're still good. It just looks shit.
You do have Jerry Sieper? How do you say his name? I don't know.
Yeah.
He's a 5 rated tight end, so
yeah.
Maybe get some.
Is he a run blocking tight end?
Yeah, he's a run blocking tight end as well. So
Freaking.
I'm gonna say that Jerry Rambo could be in contention for top running back.
Oh, cool.
I'm gonna say that Marcus Berry trumps that, and he's just gonna run it all over.
He's gonna be too busy reading his Bible. He's not gonna be doing anything.
Excuse me, not that Spencer is obviously. That's all I'm doing offensively, Ted. So just go ahead and defend that now.
Do what?
Don't worry about Marcus Berry. He's not getting any touches.
No, I know you're not dollar bill, so you're not gonna make that mistake.
Or am I?
I think you're.
I don't think Dallas is gonna make that mistake next year with Texas.
Did you post a link anywhere?
I did a while ago, yeah.
In the shop one.
I'm too lazy to do it again.
Well, fuck this. Who's gonna be the best team in the nation next year?
Okay, I think. Well, it's USC. Is that?
Putting points on the board, I'm gonna have to.
I feel like USC's gonna have a really easy loss.
Actually, you know what? I'll take that back. It's going to be Bama because I trust Randy more than I trust Reem with the team.
I mean, put it this way, we've got a 5 out of 5 pocket quarterback, we've got 2 5 wide receivers, 4.5 wide receiver, we've got 3 5 rated players on the offensive line. I mean, all the wide receivers are over 4.
Yeah.
It's just a ridiculous passing attack. Like, really.
It's like
I think
Ohio State magnified.
they are going to run the ball and run the ball. You know exactly what USC is going to do.
Yeah.
Like, you're probably going to be like Smash Mouth or some shit.
You'd think so. I mean, they have the people to do it.
No, I'm going to say this. I think cockily. I think Ohio State. Is that even a word? Cockily?
No.
It's
No.
not. Cockily?
No.
Okay.
Cockily, yeah.
What the fuck are you trying to say?
He has cock in his mouth.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm trying to say. Because you could tell.
Mouth or cocking now?
But no. But anyways, I biasly believe that Ohio State could beat USC because first of all, our entire front seven is run stop. They're all very good in defending the run.
No,
So,
we also do
when
have
you-
a good quarterback.
Yeah, and our secondary is one of the best in the nation. So what are you gonna do?
You can't beat Michigan, so you can't say you would beat Ohio or USC.
No,
I
I'm
mean,
gonna,
USC.
It doesn't. I beat every other team.
you know what I'm gonna do? I'm
Even before Ohio State loses
Okay.
every
Danger, and then Danger will help
Well,
me.
Ohio State's not going to win week 1, so.
USC could. I mean, they could sort of mess with some teams because they could still pass
USC's
the
in a
ball.
garbage ass conference. If they don't take it, it'll be a huge disappointment.
They could still pass the ball. I mean, the receivers aren't
The
bad.
Pac-12 does look a lot better this year, though.
I think USC loses a stupid game this year.
I mean,
Like
they
that.
have.
Like
They do.
Colorado.
They can't close.
Guys, they can beat. I can.
I don't know because USC's schedule is too hard for them to lose a stupid game. I think they lose a big game this year, and that might be their only loss.
Like
They
the
might
playoffs.
Like Ohio State. Wink, wink.
Wait.
I play the first 2 games are Alabama,
Oh, that's gonna be a great game.
Wisconsin,
Holy crap!
and Ohio State.
You played Bama week 1?
I think so.
Oh man.
No way.
So we have that game, and then Ohio State, Oklahoma. That's a lot of. And then you also have Michigan State, and Georgia.
Because Ted was saying something about his game being game of the week, and Randy I was like, whatever.
Randy.
Yeah.
Randy E4.
Yeah. Randy.
I think
Okay.
even the best
hell
teams
the-
are going to struggle with the
no.
Alabama team. The
Where
Alabama
did the
team is
scheduling thread go?
scheduled.
It's in the general discussion.
Oh, what?
Yeah, I know. Anyway, but yeah, so that's a great game to kick off the season. That's probably like the game of the year, really, USC Bama. That's national championship game. That's the 2 best teams, team rating wise.
I think LSU might be shit. We haven't even seen them yet.
Yeah,
LSU?
USC and Alabama are playing in a neutral site at Cowboy Stadium in the Cowboys Classic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a darn good game.
Ah, damn it. Jerry Jones is going to make such a good amount of money off that game. And that kind of pisses me off now. If this were real, then Jerry Jones would. No, wait, but he wouldn't be the owner. It'd be Sir Wendell.
Yeah.
Okay, so Sir Wendell's going to make a shit lot of money. I'm okay with that. Welcome, Sir Wendell.
Oh yeah, is anyone aware that last season Boise State's starting corners were a 3, a 1.5, and a 1?
Yeah,
Yeah, because his corners got a lot better this season.
Yeah,
For a 4, a
you
3,
got
2.5.
Jayshon Watts, who was 5, and then I forget another guy. Because I know if I was recruiting Jayshon Watts, then he went to Boise, and I was like sad.
Oh.
So I tried to recruit like 8 corners first year.
It's better than Slinky trying to recruit 16 wide receivers, though.
And he wound up with Deshaun Kelly, and that was about it at wide receivers.
He got 3, I think. And didn't even get a very good one.
Yeah, because there was one. I think his best one was 1 out of 3.5, if I remember correctly.
But Isaiah Cronin, though.
Yeah. Boom. Ohio State wide receiver.
Isn't he like really small?
Probably. But he can't be smaller than Glenn Spencer, am I right? Or Frederick Marshall.
Goddamn Frederick Marshall. He got a fucking cheeseburger.
Can they gain weight as progressions go?
No, you can't.
Glenn needs to bulk up too.
Weight and height don't regress.
So you gotta feel like that can't even be like I feel like that was a typo, and Frederick Marshall was supposed to be like 207 171 pounds.
That's too
I
big.
hope.
Because that doesn't
Well,
make any sense.
What if,
Why would he be a fullback if he's 171 pounds?
what if was typo? He's actually 117 pounds.
Oh well. He's gonna wreck everyone anyway.
You're gonna make him be a running back, like Alex Ingram.
Exactly. That's why I got him.
Oh, well then that was a pretty good strategy.
Well, yeah.
So, if we look at that coaches poll, who do we think won't be in it next year or will fall? Who will rise? What are you thinking? Looking at the coaching poll.
Baylor won't be ranked next year.
Baylor
Like,
won't be
yeah,
ranked
Baylor's
next year. Michigan will go up.
Michigan will.
Houston,
Yeah,
Houston,
they will.
Houston won't be ranked.
Houston will be ranked. Who the fuck do they play? They don't play anyone. They have.
They're currently at the bottom of
Philip
the team
Moore.
ratings. If you want to take anything like that.
They were.
Yeah,
They
Houston
were
shouldn't be.
last year. They shouldn't have been ranked, but they are. They don't play
Um,
anyone.
Let me see here. Oklahoma's going to be higher. Penn State's going to be higher. Iowa's going to be higher.
I'd better be higher.
Texas will be higher.
I think Kansas is gonna fall off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kansas won't be that high.
I think they're going to be in the 20s, but they're not going to be up. where
Ole
they were
Miss, Ole Miss won't be that high either.
Probably not.
Ole
Because
Miss
they lose
lost
their
a
best
lot.
player.
Michigan State.
They'll regress a bit, but it shouldn't be too bad.
What about Minnesota?
Minnesota's definitely gonna fall off a bit because I think Bingo's even redshirting his top guys, so they might not even be ranked at the start of the year.
Penn
Let's take a look.
State.
Penn State's gotten better, I believe. So look for them to, even though they lost a lot of their seniors, I think they lost a lot of guys though. But I think they might have actually gotten better.
Who's gonna be like? I imagine USC obviously is gonna be Pac-12 team is gonna be in the top 25, but for the rest of the pack, who makes it
In
in?
the Pac,
Arizona.
Arizona's gonna be good. Oregon.
Arizona State will probably be good. Maybe.
I believe in the Ducks. Quack.
I don't know.
And then maybe Washington gets higher up. Even though I really wish I played Washington again because I beat them every time. They're like the anti-Michigan.
I'm glad I'm playing UCLA for a third time.
UCLA,
They're pretty good, I think.
but
They were supposed to be pretty good last year, and I smashed them.
I beat them badly, and I didn't beat anybody badly, really.
So I think their quarterback is.
Can I not play Oklahoma?
No, I want some fucking revenge after you took out Ty Miller.
He took out Rayleigh Coya. We're even.
She got two of Dangerous guys.
Yeah, Brett Ring too.
Oh, that guy was only out for like one game.
Yeah, he was
Still.
awful.
Oh.
Yeah, he's being a pussy. But
I think like 8 people could win the Big Ten next year.
And none of them will be in the playoffs.
They have to be in the playoffs.
Yeah, no, we don't have to be in the playoffs necessarily.
How many Big Ten teams were in the playoffs last year?
Okay, it's arguable.
I believe the answer was 0.
How many Big
we're
12?
expanding. All conference champions are in the playoffs now.
Exactly.
I thought if the conference champion was like 8-4 or something, it became an at-large bid.
I think it's up with the Independents.
Where did
Wait.
we change this playoff scheme?
This was
We
changed a
can
while back.
Yep.
It makes sense,
I think-
really. I mean, having two teams in the big going 11-1 and neither of them going to the playoffs is a bit stupid. I think.
Well, yeah. Well, one of them wound up being, or 2 of us wound up being 11-2. Sorry, Taffy.
Michigan State, though.
Yeah, Michigan. The thing with Michigan State was you couldn't necessarily put them in because I beat Michigan State. So.
Okay,
I'm just tired of the Big 12 always sending some shitty fucking team to go to the fucking conference title game.
in 3 years, Texas is still. Oklahoma has never been to the conference championship game.
They always lose like some random stupid game that they shouldn't lose.
Boise. We've had UCF, Kansas, and Baylor have all
I
been to
mean,
the
no,
conference
there's nothing wrong with Kansas. I'm talking about the UCF and fucking Baylor. If I was in the South, I would have no problems.
Shit, even I beat Baylor.
I mean,
But you beat Texas.
TCU had a chance to be in the fucking conference title game there
I
for
do.
a while.
I really did, even if I...
Baylor
been
backed
5
into it and then got their ass beat. I'm just tired of the Big 12 having an overmatched conference
So a
title.
record of 9-3 is required to qualify for the playoffs. If any conference champion fails to reach this, more at-large votes will be given out. The play-in will always remain. So 9 teams make the playoffs.
So, should we predict who's going to be those 9 teams?
Oh yeah, we could.
9 teams are in the playoffs now?
But one's a playing game.
Link that fucking thread, please.
So who gets into the playoffs? All conference winners.
NCAA for that.
There's been 9 conferences. No, there's not. So how does that work? What's actually?
There's 6. I think
At
there's
large.
4, 5, 6, 7. There's 6 conferences, and then there's independents, which also basically get this. Notre Dame basically gets a chance if they finish 9th or doing the
Here
playoff.
it is.
But that's not easy for Notre Dame.
Mormons, please.
So, anyways, you have 7 conference bids, provided those teams all reach that goal, and then you have the 2 at-larges that basically have to play in game unless something else happens, I believe. So what you're going to wind up seeing, basically, Bama will probably advance out the SEC.
I think Georgia will.
No, I've got Alabama. Georgia's not going to win the SEC this year.
I think
Georgia starts off.
large, but I don't think they beat Bama.
They don't beat
Georgia
Bama.
will start off 0-2 after the Kafka curse in week 1, and then they play me week 2. So they'll finish 10-2 though, and advance out of the SEC.
I'm just glad they're not playing you in week 1, because if that were the case, then the Kafka curse would be slain.
I have Michigan State.
Michigan State can carry the curse, but I think Georgia goes 11-1 into the title game, or conference championship game, and then Alabama wrecks their shit.
I wouldn't say they wrecked them completely, but I think Bama will maybe by 2 scores. I'll put it by 2 scores. So I think you will end up with Bama, FSU, USC. I won't say the big champion, because I'm really biased in that fact. I will say
The big champion will be Michigan, because you can't fucking beat Michigan.
I'm just not
Yeah.
I
I think Iowa could be the big champion.
Iowa's definitely a sleeper to win the Big Ten.
yeah,
I think they really could win.
If Northwestern picked up a coach, they would have a legitimate shot at
They
it.
have a coach.
Blunt Tubbs,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I always forget that he
It's a
exists.
legitimate shot.
and he's an Ohio State fan.
He's pretty
Oh.
good too.
No wonder I ignore him.
He never says anything, so you basically have to ignore him.
But he's not bad. And
Do we need to link this again? Because
Nobody's watching it.
a few people are. Link it again.
I think one person is.
Somebody link it again.
It's Taffy.
Oh, I liked this thread and didn't even think about it.
LDO. Link it, please.
Link what? I can't because I'm doing this on the laptop.
Whose laptop? Is it your laptop or are you borrowing?
Okay,
somebody's?
so let's
My
let's
friends.
take a look at some of the team ratings then.
No, hold on. We gotta link this
No,
because
we've
nobody's
gone
watching it. It's
discussing
not worth
that.
doing it.
Guys.
This is all over
Hold
the
on.
place.
What's this?
Yeah.
What's
It's
this?
not much better when we work like that.
Post it in news and media anyway.
What's this piece of shit called again?
College Game Day Season Preview Edition. But whatever.
College Game Day. What?
Season Preview Edition.
Who do we think would
Yes.
be the best people to be on the Hall of Fame committee?
Oh.
I feel like
We
I'm the
discussed-
only one who's not running for that.
No, there's only like 12 people really running.
Looking at it, I'm thinking
Let's look at this thread here.
Wait, should we say who should be on the Hall of Fame committee or who we should be in the Hall of Fame?
No one so far
who,
should be.
who do you think should be on the
There have been no players deserving of the Hall of Fame so far.
No. I will say there are two players who I would even consider to be worthy if we're just doing the CFBAC. The only
Brian Brown,
two,
Tyrone Jones.
no, Brian Brown, Keyshawn Thompson. Those are the
Keyshawn.
only two. Because
I
Keyshawn
think
was nominated for the Heisman last year, wasn't he? And then he again, had a great season.
maybe. I think.
You don't think it should be done like
I
every
think
like
that. Well, sorry. Go ahead.
sorry, like the way we do it in the NFL or whatever, where you elect maybe 4 people a year. Not 4, it's more than that, but basically you have to put a certain amount of people in each year, maybe.
See, that's the thing. I think it works better with the baseball way, where you have to get the consensus
Yeah.
amount, because there might not be enough people worthy of it each year. So
I
you
think
always put
the
in-
first player to have a Hall of Fame career through freshman recruit will be AJ Jefferson.
Yeah. But see, I think also I think you have to give some credit to Keyshawn Thompson
So
and
this-
Brian Brown.
this is
Just
gonna be-
because they had. But
I-
I'm a little bit on Brian Brown because he didn't start out that well.
Oh, look at week 3 before Kyle even showed up.
Like 3-6 against TCU or something like that.
Yeah, we wrecked his shit. It was amazing.
So, is there going to be a second NFL too?
Brian
Is
Brown.
this just going to be like the way to
Hall of
Brian-
Fame.
Brian Brown is going to have a much better NFL career than Keyshawn.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I think Keyshawn will not struggle in the NFL. He'll be fine, but he won't be elite anymore.
I think he'll still be elite.
He's not.
I think he's down Keyshawn a bit.
I think if we're gonna shoot, because I'm imagining there would be an NFL Hall of Fame too.
Yeah, but that's not going to be for a long time until we
Yeah.
start having people retire from the NFL.
Yeah.
Unless some of those veterans, the 40 overall,
New
Are
bad
worth-
new quarterback.
But like, should we have like people from like the seniors from like last year?
I can't think of one that would be worthy, because you could argue Chester Henson, but he's not. He'll be an NFL Hall of Famer probably.
maybe. I don't know. We'll see. He could
I
tear his
think-
ACL, never be good again.
Oh
I think
Joshua, whatever his name is, style. The Baylor
I think
quarterback.
France
Joshua
is a
Andrews.
really good list of requirements to get into the Hall of Fame. I won't be able to find it now, but I remember him mentioning sort of requirements to make it in. They were really good. I think it was have to be nominated to like all conference teams or all
American team.
all American teams, and
It's going to be, like I said, so far I don't think we have many who will go. But I could see Brian Brown eventually going. I don't
Yeah.
think I'd necessarily vote for him, but I could see him getting the votes.
Same here.
Sean maybe because of what Slinky does for him.
I'd say Keyshawn's a lot more deserving of the Hall of Fame, or whatever we call it.
But I want to see people who
Brian.
played for 4 years.
Yeah, but I mean, there's not going to be that many people starting for 4 years anyway, unless you're a really bad team. So you'd just be taking away a
Yeah,
guy
that's why
who
you have-
can ridiculous numbers.
like
Just
a redshirt freshman. Like AJ Jefferson, I think will be in the Hall of Fame.
yeah,
Douglas Chadwick.
Douglas Chadwick, Jamel Beckham will be in the Hall of Fame. He is.
I mean, Kotar played for 2 years, but I wouldn't say his numbers are Hall of Fame worthy. I'd say they're great numbers, but they're not Hall of Fame worthy. Whereas when you look at like Keyshawn was just dominant his entire college career. So I think you have to give him some credit where credit's due and give him that.
Okay. Well, let's ask.
He was dominant for 1 year, but
We also
Yeah, I have a
saw
question.
With what Slinky adds to him as well with his like media pieces, it's like he is CFBHC. He's not a CFBHC.
Here, I have another question. Out of the batch of most recent recruits, which of those will? Let's not look all the way ahead to Hall of Fame, but Heisman winners.
Heisman wins.
Please not Joel King.
Okay.
and if you're Joe King, he's the guy that will.
I need to 1 second. I need to bring up the list.
Okay,
Norris Brookshire, please.
He
No.
wasn't in that recruiting class.
I don't
He
think he has enough supporting cast.
He will.
North Berkshire did.
UNC is Syracuse or
What
whatever.
danger?
Will recruit him. Supporting cast. All he needs is like I think he even has four potential wide receivers.
Who? Joel King?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck
Um,
Joel King.
What is his offensive line?
David Medley.
Danger.
For Heisman.
David Medley's
Actually,
Medley could he could
David
He won
Medley was the only thing that kept Rome from going to Auburn this year.
It's hard for a defensive tackle though to
yeah.
be.
That
I mean Dominican Sue.
that's basically who Rome is hoping Medley will be. But
That maybe not as much of a dick.
Dominican Sue should have won the Heisman. That's a completely different story, though.
I wanted him to win. I don't know if he should have that one.
Like he was never even like on anybody's radar really until like that
Yeah,
one
so-
game, right?
Joel King has a 2.5 out of 5 wide receiver and then a 3 out of 3. And then he also has a 2.5 out of 4 tight end.
Well, he's not going to win the Heisman his first year.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, no, I mean there is a chance for him to eventually, but
like I said, I
Okay, and
think-
Ricky really needs to fix his offensive line because he didn't even sort the offensive guards. Like, I don't know what he's...
who? Spirit?
Yeah, because he's got a...
we need to figure out.
Oh, never mind, he's fine.
We need to figure out
But the thing about Joel King, I obviously recruited him pretty hard. I may have spent 50 points on him, but
May have.
he went to Houston, and he's going to be a hell of a
He
quarterback.
went to Houston and now he's dead to me.
Actually, I'm glad he went to Houston because Tabor put 70 on him, and he would have gone to Baylor, and I don't want him in the Big 12.
Yeah.
But he's at Houston, and he's going to be a hell of a quarterback. I don't know if he's A.J. Jefferson. I don't think Zvirak is going to let him throw it around that much.
Oh, yeah, because he does have a
But-
really good running back, too.
Yeah.
But I still think
plus-
Joel King wants to be a Heisman contender.
I see Joel King kind of be like Case Keenum, where he'll be a Heisman contender eventually,
Well, I mean,
but
he's,
he'll never get there.
he's already better than Casey Keenum. Just because
He's going to
actually-
break every passing yard record, like 4,000 yards a game. Or not game. 400 yards a game, 4,000 yards, 4,000, 5,000 yards a season. 4,000, 5,000 yards a season.
That would be Hall of Fame worthy.
In the Pacific, that was actually really good. Too. He went to Hawaii.
Yeah, but he's just a 3 out of 4.5. He's not 2.5 out of 5, which is
3 and 4.5 is
it's
insane,
not
though.
bad, but it's not Joel King.
I wonder how many points.
There's also Matt Dobbs who went to Virginia Tech. Yeah, he was a 3 out of 5, 4.5. I considered recruiting him because I just really liked him when I was looking at him.
Yeah.
Maybe Austin Olsen, 2.5
No.
outside linebacker.
Guys, Jamel Beckham, please.
He won't win the Heisman. but
Jamal.
No.
maybe
But it's
Jamal?
Yeah.
Jamel. It's Jamel. But you need. It's gonna be an offensive player. You don't see defense players win the Heisman.
Well, each year we've had one defensive player nominated. So basically, if you're saying a defensive player, which one's going to get nominated?
I'm going to go with Teddy Walker.
Who's this?
3 out of 5 cornerback.
Oh,
Give me
I
Medley.
don't know where he went.
I don't
Tennessee,
remember.
I thought. Maybe not. But give me
I'd say
David Medley, who's a fucking stud.
Yeah, I think Medley is the best.
He's clearly the best defensive player out of the class.
Yeah.
Well, what about the safety that went to Vanderbilt?
He might be the best defensive player we will ever see.
There's
That's-
a 3.5 of 5 safety that went to Vanderbilt that no one ever talked about. Pennington?
David
Oh, because he's on Vanderbilt.
He's just gonna die or live a short career at Vanderbilt, go to the draft.
In 1984, we'll be like, who the fuck did he play for?
We're gonna see him in the draft. He's gonna declare early. Be like 84 overall.
Yeah.
He'll go as like the last pick. Like I didn't even see it.
Oh yeah, Philip Moore. Philip Moore's definitely
I
good.
mean, that was last year's.
Yeah, I
It
know,
was
but
last year. I'm
oh,
still pissed I didn't get to recruit last year.
I'm still pissed I
But
didn't get Philip Moore. No, I'm
yeah,
still pissed I didn't get Darius Jones. That's what it is. Because me and
no,
TTT.
the strong safety at Vanderbilt. I'm gonna look up his David Pennington, 6'1", 192 from Arkansas, 3.5 of 5 zone safety. That is sexy right there.
yeah. Okay, so anyways, who are our favorites to win the Heisman this year?
This year, AJ Jefferson will win the Heisman.
Don't
Alright,
get
I'm just going to keep the Marcus Berry hype train going. I'll also throw in Jerry Rambo because I believe he's definitely got a claim to it too, as far as the Rangers go. And
Have you
then
seen UNC's receiving core?
but Woodall's a beast, and then they have Danny Patrick, tight end. He's really good too.
No, I got. Let's look up.
I
There.
think Christy the Gentile could be a possible candidate. Three out of three scrambling quarterback from Indiana. I think he best in submission this year.
Mel Beckham.
No, we have Aaron Devereaux, or however you pronounce his name. He's definitely
Devereaux.
gonna.
Yeah. Devereaux.
Hails of Devereaux.
And then you'll have Bama's quarterback Sean Hadno, I believe. I think he goes pro because if you actually are a sophomore quarterback, because you know Rasmus McCready is going to be starting next year, you don't want to have to sit another year. You want to be playing immediately. So if you actually are in his situation, you go pro.
I mean, he has to put up massive numbers this year. There's no way you can.
Yeah.
2 5 receivers and then a 4.5 and then like a decent tight end.
And see, McCready kind of reminds me of Aiden. So I think Hadno, I believe that's his name.
Is Greg McElroy even worse?
No. I think he might be better than anyone. Yeah.
No, but like I said, we're going to UNC. They have AJ Jefferson, 4.5 of 5 sophomore. Billy Rogers is 5 of 5. Bo Woodall's 3.5 of 5. Scott Vaughn's 4 of 4 wide receivers. Then you have Danny Patrick of 5 of 5. He has so many weapons that I don't think.
How was his offensive line?
Yeah, that's.
He has 4 of 4, 3.5 of 3.5, 4 of 5, 3.5, and then a 2 of 3 center.
Ooh.
So not elite, but not terrible.
Yeah. So it's not, but yeah, AJ Jefferson's obviously going to be nominated.
What is AJ Jefferson? Is he a 5 of 5 now?
It's 4.5 of 5.
Interesting question. If Alabama does put up loads of points with the 2 5 rated wide receivers, but both juniors, so do you think we could both declare?
Ooh. I think one stays.
Why?
One stays.
Because usually what happens with the wide receivers is the primary receiver puts up big numbers, and then your secondary one puts up as greater numbers. So I think one of the 5 receivers. Because I had Marvin White and Mike Triplett, and Marvin didn't have great numbers, but Mike Triplett put up monster numbers. So I think one guy will sell a lot.
Marvin White should still be a state. It's a travesty that you have a player named Marvin White and he's playing wide receiver. He's supposed to eat wide receivers.
No, he's
But you have safety.
Are you going to draft him next year? First of all, no, probably.
If I draft him for the Bengals, I would put him at safety, so Trey wouldn't. I wouldn't let Trey do that.
Okay, now I just want to get this confirmed. You guys are drafting Brad Weathersby with the first, or with you, right?
No.
Okay.
No,
It's
we're
like
not.
Sebastian Janikowski.
Draft him in the. It'd be ridiculous to draft him in the 3rd round.
Right,
Much less-
we forgot to mention someone, Norris Brookshire. He'll be a Heisman candidate as well.
Oh yeah, is it possible for sophomores to declare?
And we should also mention Tommy Football. You know I
Red-
hate Tommy Football. That would be...
yeah, Tommy football definitely. Redshirt sophomores can declare
Yeah.
They can.
3
Von
years.
That makes sense.
It's usually running backs who declare early.
Jerry Rambo did.
Von Abraham.
Yeah, but he wasn't that 5-year-old.
He was 4.5 out of 5.
Yeah, but you don't declare to your full potential.
No, do you know the most ridiculous team to not have anyone declare or transfer or leave Let's go to the Florida State Seminoles really quickly.
'Cause they have what the
That's
4.5
what I was looking at because
Their
wide
running back
receiver, Rex
situation.
Walsh.
For the
He's
Florida State Seminoles, they start Akili Wallace, a senior, 5'5" speed running back.
Right.
Next, they have Mike Latta, a sophomore, 5'5". And next, and they're not including him on their depth chart, Don Bryant, who's a they're redshirting him. Don Bryant, 4.5, a 4.5 speed running back. He's a senior.
Redshirting. I think he should transfer.
He should have transferred. I don't know why he didn't transfer. He's third string. He will never get to play.
See, I know what happened is he was like, left off of Florida State depth completely last year. So, like, Saluna just did transfer him by accident.
That thought makes me sad though. But
Is that sophomore on their depth chart redshirted already? Because if not...
Oh, Mike Latta? Yeah. He's a
Okay.
redshirt sophomore.
It just makes me sad that they could lose their top 2 running backs and would still have a 4.5 running back.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. They could have 2 5'5" graduates and still have better running back than most teams.
Oh, yeah, and then like Bama had the 2 5-5 quarterbacks, which was ridiculous.
Didn't Wisconsin also have some 5-5?
They still do.
Wisconsin still does. And Georgia Tech has 2 5'5" wide receivers, but Trey doesn't like to throw, so he never does. He's gonna run triple option with 2 5'5" wide receivers.
No, because he doesn't even have a scrambling quarterback.
No.
Trey for worst coach of the year.
That's why he's our GM.
Oh, Jesus.
How many teams do you think have a 5 kicker and a 5 punter? Because USC does. So if
Georgia.
it comes to special teams,
We put our 5 punter at.
Oh, yeah, because USC had 2 5-5 punters.
Yeah.
The Bulldogs.
Also, John Maslowski's the best player at CFPAC. He should be nominated for the Heisman next year. I think.
Yeah, first punter.
What the fuck? When did Josh Glick's profile get a picture of him?
When
Wait, on here?
lost the Washington State thing. Yeah, but Georgia has
Oh, okay.
5'5" kicker Skip Gibson, then 5'5" punter Bud McCullough. One's a senior, one's a fucking sophomore. They're both accuracy.
Descrito Burrito in the chat says, talk about how Medley should play defensive tackle and fullback.
Wait, what?
Talk about how David Medley should play defensive tackle and fullback.
Josh Glick's photo on here?
Why would you put him at fullback? You gotta put him at
Because he's a man mountain, he can do what he wants.
yeah, but put him at running back. Let him run the ball.
I
yeah,
gotta
but
ask.
they can play like Sheldon Richardson in the NFL. Give him some short goal.
He's the fridge.
Why didn't Sterling Brown declare after last year's atrocious season?
He was just 4.5 of 5.
He
So he
was
wouldn't.
there after a bad season. That hurts your
Yeah, and you won't see many players who aren't 5.0s declare.
I didn't realize what he was. I don't look at their depth chart very often.
Count almost did. That was the only case.
He was 4.5 of 5, and it would have hurt his rating in the NFL draft because he wasn't 5.
Count could have declared
Yeah.
in hindsight, but
Who declared?
I said Rob LeCount should have declared in hindsight.
Well, Rob LeCount wasn't 5.5 either. He would have just been like a 76 and a 4th round draft pick. It's not worth it to declare.
But he would have been playing instead of.
Yeah, his ACL would still be intact or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not
He'd be
sure.
playing for. He would more than likely be playing for the Bengals right now, and I'm not sure because
Running the triple option.
the triple option, giving the ball. He would have been the only quarterback available.
Oh yeah, I guess we should also talk about the Senior Bowl since I guess we're kind of at the Senior Bowl since it's College Game Day.
And
Carl Davis is going to make his draft stock go well up because he's much better quarterback than that pretender Kotar.
All right, now let me tell you something. I started Kamal Davis week 1, and he was not that great. So then I put in Kotar and we beat him.
That's just because you're a bad coach. It's alright.
Oh,
Yeah,
wrecked. wrecked.
I'm sure it wasn't Kamau not being as good as Aaron Kotar.
When he visited you, he did pretty decent.
Yeah, he did pretty decent, but he was never like a 5 of 5. He never was like dominant, which is what I wanted to
I was
be.
not dominant in a game against you.
He was good at the game. That was like the only time he had a good game.
He was ridiculously dominant. It's just the fact that he didn't have a supporting cast like Aaron Coulter has.
No, because he had that.
He has Douglas Chadwick.
You put him in for one game against a solid team with Washington. You're like, oh, he's fucking terrible.
Beat
Yeah,
Michigan.
But then
He did something you've never done, Dean.
Oh,
Oh,
wrecked.
wow.
Shit. LDO is torching up this game day.
No, I'm pretty sure my team does not have a single player in the Senior Bowl.
Seriously?
Are we supposed to
Yeah,
cry about that or what? I don't know.
Oh, is that
what we're supposed
USC?
to
You know, it's because
Stop
USC.
playing the Titanic recorder theme.
do.
Again.
Even I have one in the Senior Bowl, dude.
I've got 3.
I think
No,
next
I've got 5 maybe.
year I think we'll be good in the Senior Bowl, but this year we just didn't have any quality seniors, I guess. And we had good seniors that played well for us, but not anybody who was outstanding.
Alex Ingram in the Senior Bowl and
Wait,
Fonz.
was he gonna start? Wait, was Kamau a red shirt? Because I was either going to start him this year or next year.
I think he was. Yeah, I think he was.
Okay, so yeah, I was gonna start Kamau this year. I was going to redshirt Kotar for this season, but then Kamau transferred. Okay, sorry, I had to remember what was my plan.
Come on, transfer.
Should have played him
And
against
then-
Michigan. He might have thrown for 300 yards and 4 touchdowns and won you the game.
You should have just redshirted everyone like Tabor. Tabor
What's
had
gonna
13
happen? The rest
redshirts.
of the 13 guys. There should be some sort of penalty, shouldn't there?
No, I checked their progressions. They all got counted as redshirted. Like, that's
It's like
ridiculous.
a recruiting penalty. Like, what's gonna happen?
Like, because you're only after 10 guys, right?
Yeah.
I don't get why there's that limit, but
Well, I mean, it kind of makes sense.
Is there not a limit in actual college football?
no. Redshirt as many people as you want. But it kind of makes sense on the sim. It makes it a tactical decision. Makes it a little more difficult. Or else you'd redshirt pretty much all of your freshmen every year.
What do redshirt players actually do then? Do they just go to class and then just... Do they still practice?
They work out, practice, they do everything, just not playing games.
Okay.
So, like, wait, because I've always wondered about this. So, like, when they get to, like, their senior year, are they still even in school at that point?
No, not really.
They graduate. They have to graduate, then re-enroll. Redshirt seniors more than likely have graduated.
So, what do they do?
They're in graduate school now. They have their degree and they'll keep playing football as a graduate student.
That's why most people.
Or if you graduate, you can transfer somewhere else with no waiting a year, like Russell Wilson did.
Oh yeah.
But that's the problem with redshirting people. Plus, they'll become 5 of 5s by their redshirt sophomore year, declare early. That's why I didn't redshirt Beckham, because I figured he'd just declare early anyway.
Basically said you should probably start Jamal Beckham. Go after 3 years.
What? Oh, yeah, I started Jamel. Jamel is going to be the best wide receiver I've ever had. And he's going to be...
Just if you were just gonna stop your sentence there, I might have to.
But
Because there's a lot of good receivers in this class.
I think Conan will play 4 years.
There's no good wide receivers in the NFL draft. You have Triplet and then bare bones.
Yeah. Well, you need Medina, Austin Medina.
Oh, Medina's freaking insane. I hope he stays around for... What?
I don't know if the wide receiver should be drafted in the first round, but I think it's the Jets are the team that it's like they've been mocking.
Dougie Chadwick should be drafted in the first round. He's not. He's a 5 out of 5 wide receiver disguised as a 4.
I'd never draft a wide receiver in the first drive. Even though we really need one, like we don't have.
You need a fucking quarterback. Is what you
We-
need.
We don't have a wide receiver on our depth chart right now.
Okay, if Aaron Kotar's available at your pick, you should definitely take it. It would be pretty.
We won't.
Not to.
Okay, we have well, we don't have 2 first round picks yet, but we will.
Oh right, forgot about that trade.
So we'll see how that works. We might take Kotar, but we'll probably go for Wheeler instead, or someone else.
Yeah, that's
Or
okay.
you don't know what we're doing.
You should go for a quarterback who can beat Michigan. I'm just gonna keep saying it.
Everybody always. Yes, I better beat Michigan this year, so I hate being reminded that the coach has not beaten Michigan.
You are not going to beat Michigan because you can't fucking beat Michigan. You need to resign and go to Toledo.
Try. I didn't really try to do that. I was really just being sarcastic that entire time.
Yeah, but
Well, you need to really fucking do it, because in like a couple of years, Ohio State's going to be fucking bottom feeders.
So that's fun.
Dude, New Mexico is gonna win the national championship next year.
I don't think there's anyone on that list of red shirts who's even worth redshirting, apart from maybe that Chris Carter, wide receiver.
Yeah, but there's 13 of them.
Yeah, but why
On
would you?
jailers?
Why would you be keeping some of these players?
They have like a 1.5 of 2 tight end redshirted.
Yeah.
How did nobody notice this? That's my question.
He's gonna be. Those players are gonna be like cut anyway, because he's gonna recruit better people by the time.
I think Baylor's penalty is having Danger as their coach.
Danger as the coach?
Not Danger Tabor, sorry.
Oh, thank God, because I don't want to go to Baylor. I still don't know how they went to the Big 12 championship last year.
Because I told you, the South is a clusterfuck. There's nothing good in the South. All the good teams are in the North.
You're welcome.
And wait, did he change the scrambling tab to just say scramble on JC Vick?
He probably did.
Scramble, yeah, it did. Scramble.
He's not scrambling, he's just scrambling.
Maybe that's a different type of quarterback that we just haven't found out about yet.
Good lord.
Those are the two how he licked his eggs.
Yeah, poor guy. I don't understand what he did here.
Maybe that guy's like a 2 out of 3 guy at doing eggs or something. Like scrambling eggs. Ha!
Alright. So let's talk more about the Big 12. Do you see anyone but Oklahoma or Texas winning the Big 12 next year?
I see who's in the Big 12.
See, I didn't think Kansas would have any chance, and then they fucking.
Yeah, but without Otero, I
Think,
don't think they will.
we'll see. Otero's got a good replacement in Paul Gibbs, though, so that's not too big of a step down. The bigger problem is probably Christopher Brooks. He's gone, too, isn't he?
Yeah, Christopher Brooks is gone.
They
Robert
replaced him with that DeAndre Jackson.
The John.
Didn't Oklahoma State have a decent team? Or was that Oregon State?
Yeah, but it's Oklahoma State.
Oklahoma State will shit the bed like they always do.
And hopefully they'll have a decent depth chart this year for the
It's
rest
okay.
of the people as well.
Because Booker T. fucking Washington graduated, so I don't give a
Oh,
fuck
thank
about it.
you.
You know, Ben, rating?
Yeah.
I hate Booker T. Washington with a passion.
The two best teams in team rating schedule each other for week 1.
Dude, these are only like half the team rating, so I think LSU is going to be...
LSU didn't have. Oh wait, no, they did have someone to recruit for him last year.
There's no one that's going to be better than USC or Bama, I don't think.
We'll see. LSU recruiting class was high there, so... Yeah.
Oh, okay. 5 average recruiting.
So he had like... he has 3 1 of 5 commits.
And did he lose the rest? Oh, 1 of 5. Never mind. That's
1
not
of
right.
5. No.
I heard
And
1
the
of 5. I was gonna say shit.
Alright, yeah. But the rest are like 3.5s. Not great.
Yeah.
But I actually have to go now. I'll see you guys later. Sorry
Uh,
about failing on you
Alright,
guys, but keep talking. Talk about the Frogs. Talk about how Jamel Beckham is going to lead TCU to victory.
All right.
Okay, that's only what we're gonna say when we talk about
Yeah.
TC.
All right. So stage you got. Yeah, we can start talking shit about TCU now.
Yeah,
Yep,
TCU
okay.
is gonna be fucking
Terrible.
terrible. I can't wait until I hang 70 on him with North Brookshire.
Yep, that's totally gonna happen. I don't. Yeah, I don't know about TCU. I just don't. They need to get a quarterback, and are they ever gonna get a quarterback? Probably not.
Considering that he works for the Bengals, I'm not sure he knows what a quarterback looks like.
he got a whole bunch of good
Right.
JUCOs, so
Yeah.
I'm not sure what position is JUCOs. I'm gonna check actually. One sec.
He hit it big in the JUCO, but other than that,
Yeah. See, and that was. I think that's basically luck, because there's no way. I don't think that's gonna happen.
well, I mean, yeah, it was definitely luck. If you put 1 point on fucking 20 people, it's definitely not skill getting you those players.
Yeah. Now, if you put 2 points on 10 players,
Then yeah, that's still fucking stupid.
That's what would be the point of doing that?
because you could beat
'Cause I
people
put-
who put 1 point
I mean,
on
I
20.
put all 25 of my points on one player, and I got him, so I'm happy with
That's
that.
25 minutes. No, I did as well.
Or however much you got.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
I went after just like a 4 running back.
25 points.
How many did you get in JUCO? I don't even remember JUCO.
20.
Oh,
Might have
fucking-
been like rig the system somehow.
20, 25, it doesn't fucking matter. I got who I bid on.
Yeah, I did too. I'd say I
My
think you
one player I bid on.
All right, so okay, let's do some sleeper picks in each conference. Okay, so let's start with the ACC. Who's our sleeper pick to win the ACC?
North Carolina.
East
They're in the
AC or ACC?
ACC.
ACC, North Carolina.
Is that a sleeper pick though? They're in the championship game.
Well, I mean, Florida State.
Considering that if Anna Banana doesn't get back pretty fucking soon from wherever she's at, that
She-
team.
she's back.
She was on the site recently.
Yeah.
Well,
Because that
since I don't
one
get
guy-
on nearly as much.
She probably got psyched out by my trash talk.
Fucking
Oh,
got
yeah.
her.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to say North Carolina. I've got no other idea who else it would be.
I'll pick Clemson. That's my sleeper pick. I have no reasoning for this. Just Clemson.
Oh, let me look at the.
I think their quarterback's staying. He did pretty well at the end of the season.
Yeah. CJ Logan or whatever.
Yeah. No, wait, that's real life.
I don't fucking know.
I think that's real life. I think it's reality.
Ah, fuck.
Clemson's never been good for anything. Why would they start now? Well, they were good for beating Ohio State. So,
Franz wants us
I'll tell you
to
who this is
talk
my
about the dogs.
talk about the. I mean,
Georgia Tech.
Yeah, I would
what do
not.
you want
I'm
from
not
us,
taking
fans?
Georgia
You're going to lose to Michigan State, and then you're going to go on a winning streak, and then you're going to lose in the SEC championship game and win your bowl.
Well,
But I do wanna-
that's how Ted sees.
I do want to personally thank you for beating the living shit out of Kansas. That was the highlight of my season, was watching that game.
Oh, look at
Well, as true
Oh,
research.
gee.
Let's pick our sleeper
Wait,
picks
what
for
am I
the
researching?
Clemson.
Okay.
So AAC sleeper picks for the
ECU.
I think we're just gonna keep saying whoever lost the
Conference
conference
championship
championship.
I'm
Houston?
gonna go with Houston's probably a good choice, but I'm gonna say is Hawaii in the AAC?
Yeah.
I'm going Hawaii.
Oh Jesus! Why would you do such a thing?
Explain yourself.
Hawaii got a lot better, and they have a good quarterback coming in. He was out of the Pacific region.
I think they're one team rating
They have a
above
lot of-
TCU. So
Good young talent. I think and if Brian Kelly's face does a good enough job coaching, I think they have a very good shot.
I don't
Different
even
stuff.
think. I still don't think they'll make a bowl game, much less make a fucking conference championship game.
I think Hawaii will easily make a bowl game, especially out of the AAC. I mean, not easily, but I think they want to have like 7-5.
7-5 and in a championship game. That's fucking beautiful.
CJ Logan is Clemson's quarterback. He was a junior and he was a 3-year.
Kafka, I'm just being honest, because week 1 you're not even going to open that fucking thread without knowing that the Kafka curse is still happening.
Kafka curse.
Just because you broke it in that fucking soccer sim doesn't mean you're going to break it in CFPHC.
All right, so now we'll move on to the Big Ten sleeper.
You said Iowa, didn't you?
I think it's
Yeah,
Iowa.
I'm taking Iowa.
Iowa, Northwestern is another one.
There's a lot of sleepers
Yeah,
in the
I
Big
guess
Ten,
it's
considering how stacked it is.
In
Sleeky, I mean, fuck, Michigan State could actually win their way into it this time.
Yeah. There's so many teams in the Big Ten.
Because I think there's 4 in my division of it, and there's another couple in the other one. But it's a lot. I think you're basically saying the sleeper picks are coming out of the other division because the 4 are the big names, because it's Penn State, Michigan State, Ohio State.
And
In the end, I think Nebraska takes it, but Iowa's my sleeper.
Oh, Nebraska's not going to take the Big Ten.
Yeah, I think I looked at the depth chart. Isn't it like kind of?
They might finish in Europe.
if Rapid's recruiting goes anything next season like it did this season, then he's going to lock the big down like in the next.
He's already finished
2
strategy.
seasons.
Basically, he's going to pull a sphere key or whatever, and drop a ton of points on a QB.
Yeah, hold on, look at
Because his quarterback situation is just horrible.
because doesn't he have like a 2.5?
He's got a 2.5 starting quarterback. His offense is anemic. So I don't see Nebraska winning the Big Ten.
Have you done the SEC? Did we skip over that, or is that next?
I think we need to do the Big 12.
I
Oh
think
my
we're
god.
going here.
So I skipped the AAC at first because I forgot they were a conference.
We're doing Big 12.
Yeah, Big 12 sleeper pick. I think it's Kansas. You know,
I mean, so we're picking a sleeper pick as the people who won the conference last year. You
because
were already bitching about taking the losers, now you're taking a winner of the conference?
I'm going to go with Iowa State.
I haven't been taking the losers, but when you have your 2 favorites, they're basically going to be Oklahoma and Texas. I think the only other team you really see with a shot are Oklahoma State and Kansas.
I think I'm going to go with West Virginia.
Does Oklahoma State have a head coach now?
They will in the future. We make a post in a couple
Every
days.
time Oklahoma State gets a coach, he's only on here for like 2 weeks and then bails.
That post needs to get made soon, by the way.
Yeah, I think in
It
August.
needs to be made. It needs to be made well in time. Like
I think Danger might be making the post and is trying to hold off so Tennessee
I'm
doesn't
gonna
get
say TCU for the sleeper pick just because I don't want to pick again. I don't want to pick somebody in the north. I don't want to pick somebody in the north because that would mean I didn't make it.
But
And I'm sure as fuck not gonna pick Baylor.
Yeah, Baylor's
regressed way too much.
I can't even think of.
The only, I mean, if you're really gonna take a sleeper pick, you know, who the fuck you gonna take?
You're gonna pick Oklahoma State. That's
The
best
Big 12 is a shit show.
Yeah.
Let's just move on.
First major conference.
Right, so now we move on to the.
Well,
the what?
Yes.
What?
Pac-12 sleeper pick. Go.
Arizona.
Pac-12.
Yeah, I think
Oregon.
If Colorado plays to their potential, we'll have
You
a
know
shot.
they fucking won't.
I don't think any team wins the Pac-12 besides USC.
I'm taking Oregon as my sleeper, but I don't believe they'll actually win it.
What about
Yeah.
Stanford?
Stanford? No.
Well, yeah, Stanford. I think with ALWL9.
Yeah, didn't he actually do a great job? That's the only reason I said it.
Notre Dame. So they have
Ducks, please. Ducks, please.
They've got a good coach. I mean, he led the Vikings to the Super Bowl. So we'll definitely see.
I mean, I don't know, what's California's team like? Is it
Not very
terrible?
good. Do they even have a coach?
No, we don't have a coach. I was going to say maybe if I have a coach, but then it didn't.
Yeah.
Cal hasn't been very good this entire sim.
Yeah.
They were kind of okay when Al was around. But
No, they kept getting blown out by me.
Yeah. Anyway, so SEC.
SEC sleeper pick.
Georgia.
Georgia's not a sleeper pick.
Yes, they are.
Maybe.
Considering that Franz Kafka won't win it, yes, they are.
Oh, okay.
Please.
That's just gonna shield everyone who's active on that side.
Please, Franz, please win.
He won't because Alabama's gonna fucking win.
Trying to think of-
Alabama's too good.
I believe in the Franz.
Outside of Alabama and Georgia, who else do you got?
Alabama, LSU.
Georgia.
I believe in Kafka. I believe.
Yes, I don't see the SEC championship being anything other than Alabama/LSU versus Georgia.
I think the Warden of the South will get things done. I'm going to go with.
Georgia will falter again because Kafka still hasn't figured out the remedy for not losing by a field goal.
Because who else is going to come out of the SEC?
There's nobody. I mean, LSU. If LSU inherits a coach, they'll have a lot better standing towards going for the SEC championship. But otherwise,
That would be knocking out Bama.
I still can't get over Arkansas, like, because that coach was like really active.
And then he was just like F-ing everybody.
Artenger was really active, and then it just disappeared.
Yeah,
Like,
Artenger.
one day he was just gone. I was like, okay, that's a bit weird.
Yeah, I'm still confused what happened there. Like
Yeah,
nobody.
I really have no idea because he was doing those shows with Trey and
Yeah.
Danger and stuff.
Do you think like somebody said something like a Google Hangout and he's like, no, fuck this.
Oh no.
who knows
Does he
what
have-
pissed Arkansas off?
No. Bingo had a kid.
I know Bingo had a kid, but did Artenger also have a fan? Like, did he have a wife?
No,
Did he have a husband? Was he?
he goes for Arkansas. I think there's like a morality clause where he can't do that if
Oh,
he's.
Danger back.
Oh, Danger's back.
Yeah, sorry, I had to go pick something up at the store. I'm back. If you'll
Oh,
let me.
see, I thought you were going to be gone for a
Good.
different. Yeah, I know. I think you were coming back at some point.
Ted's being completely slamming TCU.
Oh.
I picked him as my sleeper pick for the Big 12. So fuck you.
Yeah, actually, he's been slamming Georgia more than anyone else, really, and it's not even warranted.
I'm gonna.
To be honest. He's just hating on Kafka for no reason.
No, it's warranted. I mean, I'm seriously though. In 2 season opening games, what is he?
0-2.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And what is he in the conference championship games?
0-2? I'm not even sure.
And what's Dean against Michigan?
Oh, and 2.
What am I
Half-Life 3 confirmed.
guys? 2-0.
You know what? It's warranted. I'm sorry. I love Kafka, but you got to show me on the field that you can actually fucking pull this off.
He's gonna smash the Kafka curse to pieces, I believe.
Michigan State is going to they're going to kick a field goal with no time on the clock, and it's going to go right down the uprights.
Win.
Oh, can the
Yeah.
Kafka curse extend to week 2, please?
Georgia's gonna do an Auburn in the Iron Bowl, like
Kick six. Oh my
Michigan,
god.
Michigan State's gonna attempt a winning field goal, and then the guy's gonna return it the entire. That'd be the best way to break the Kafka curse.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but it's not going to happen like that. You know that either he's going to miss a field goal or Michigan State's going to hit a field goal with zeros on the clock.
I hope what happens is Michigan State kicks field goal, and then 1 second remaining, and then Georgia takes the kickoff return back for a touchdown, and Georgia wins.
The only way Georgia can break the Kafka curse is if the game goes to 4 overtimes.
Go Dogs.
Hey, go Dogs every other game except the first game of the season because, you know, that's just a sucker's bet.
Nope, take them this year. Go Georgia.
Yeah.
Except-
So then,
You guys know me. I'm a Michigan fan. I don't want to be rooting for fucking Michigan.
Wait, hold on. Who does Georgia play first game?
Michigan State.
Isn't that the same head coaching matchup that's the Senior Bowl?
oh yeah.
Yeah, it actually is.
So the coaches would be, if we were actually at a Senior Bowl, we'd have the coaches at our access, but we're not in reality.
Yeah.
So
As
Well,
long
we
as
can
the
go up
Kafka
there,
curse extends to week 2, I'll be happy.
right, so someone's gonna need to pretend to be fraud. So I nominate LDO.
You have to have 70 fronts.
LDO, can you do a Southern American accent?
No.
All right. So, okay, here's how you practice. Just say, "I didn't fuck no goats. I was just over here fucking cows." Just say that. It'll
No,
flush.
no. What you need to say is I yell "Roll Tide" when I fuck my sister. That's all you need to say.
Let's try that accent.
I'm not gonna try. I'm sorry.
Oh,
It's
do it, no balls. Do it, no balls.
LDO, please.
I'm not doing it. You can suck a dick.
I'll do a really bad British accent again if you do.
No, I'm not. I'm not doing it. I
All right,
refuse.
tell me what to say so I can sound British then.
You can't say something that makes you sound British.
You can't say something that makes you sound British.
No. There is no T. It's British.
British, yeah.
British.
British. There is no T. British.
Knock out your T's.
I also
France.
Knock out all your T's.
British.
British.
Shish.
I think there's S's.
The S is like the power blank in the word British.
Up north is not really such things as syllables.
LDO.
This game has completely evolved into nothing.
LDO, when you drink tea, is it hot or cold?
Hot.
Okay.
There's no reason to drink tea unless it's iced tea. Man.
Yeah, you have to drink iced tea. Iced tea is solid.
And it's hot and it has milk in it.
Hot tea is like just leaf juice. It's terrible.
No, you just don't know what you're doing, Danger. I drink hot tea.
I'm gonna send everyone on.
Of course you
I'm gonna
fucking.
send everyone on CFBHC some Yorkshire tea, and you'll really like it.
Do it, no balls.
The only time I drank tea was when I was like sick and it made me feel better and it was hot.
Or else
So,
I'm just gonna drink sweet tea because it's better.
I hate sweet. No, the only time I'll drink.
Isn't sweet tea just like half sugar? So no fucking reason it's good.
Yeah.
It's just sugar. Sugar makes anything better.
Sweet tea is only good if you're putting lemonade in it. Arnold Palmer or nothing.
Arnold Palmer.
What'd you say, Danger?
I like Arnold Palmer.
Okay, I was gonna say.
I think like the top three ingredients like all American food is fat, sugar, and salt. And then whatever else is in it.
You know what? If I have to go to Britain and pay for a large drink and it's like a fucking small over here.
Ed, do that again.
Britain.
All right.
The United
Let's
Kingdom.
talk about.
Let's talk about
football
Danger's talking
and
to a
not the
Dixie
kind of.
cup.
Yeah, let's talk about how you drink cereal out of a cup. And then
I think that makes Danger a Tumblr girl.
Wait, what? No, let's start talking football again.
yeah, this is getting off topic.
Yeah.
We're gonna lose like the one viewer that we have.
How many do we have?
Viewers during that conversation.
Oh, actually, we went down to 5.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
So how fuck Texas Tech? Am I right, guys?
Yeah.
oh yeah.
I know Danger's on board with that.
I'm not that guy.
I'm sorry, I forget.
Is Danger gone? What the fuck?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
he's still there.
Maybe his sister came in the room again.
Danger.
It's almost like that broken arm story that you read on Reddit.
Oh god, no! Now you made it weird.
You made it weird. Oh.
Kane Rich says sweet tea is bad.
Okay, well this is not a sweet tea podcast. It's the college game. Let's get back to this.
Let's do a different Let's start a different podcast within this podcast. Something with sweet tea.
No,
Come on, guys.
no, that's a terrible fucking idea.
I think it's a brilliant idea.
It's probably better than 2 pieces of people.
All right. So if
Oh,
we're talking football,
so no, you missed it. I said so. Fuck Texas Tech. Am I right? I think that's like the magical phrase that makes him drop.
I think whenever you say that sentence, Danger's PC just breaks.
what? Fuck Texas Tech.
Oh, there he is.
It's fine.
Him and his, I think his Fisher Price notebook is running out of memory. All 512 KB of it.
That's calling the Super Bowl is gonna be interesting.
Maybe like Danger was hypnotized once and fuck Texas Tech is the trigger. And
Fuck Texas Tech.
Oh my God, there he is.
I don't even think I don't dislike Lambo, but I can't say Tech. Like
I don't think any of us know Lambo enough to
he's
say.
alright, but
you got a job somewhere.
yeah, but he's actually been pretty active.
Yeah, he's active, so I mean that's good. But I've never seen him say anything in the shop. Actually.
I'll be right back.
Which coaches do we have who are really active but never talk on the show?
There's so many.
Spiral doesn't seem to talk
How
too
do you
much.
pronounce it? Is it Inspiral or Inspiral?
It's
Fucking Inspiral only comes on
Spiral.
to insult
No,
me.
Yeah.
Fuck Purdue.
So me not even guessing.
No, in Spiral's time on site,
I think
Dude.
it's
58
man.
Fuck the
games.
trade.
He's like
Football,
top 5 on
Spiral.
in Spiral.
Yeah, I know that's the thing. That's ridiculous. I've done so frequently, and I've seen like maybe
That makes sense.
7 shouts.
I thought it was Inspiral.
Yeah, I thought it was Inspiral too.
Like inspired, but it's like Inspiral.
I think it's in Spiral.
Inspiral. Yeah, who knows?
Spiral football, you know.
His name's just Fuck Purdue.
Stop. No, we need to.
Anyways, and then you have Randy. He's
So-
not.
What
It's whatever you want
Yeah.
it to be, really. But
what is it though? Like, why is that?
it's like
Yeah.
LDO.
YOLO.
Yeah,
Why is that?
I think his initials are LD. And yo.
Alright.
The story behind my name is that basically, I can't remember what site it was, but I was going through usernames and all of them were taken, so I just ended up slamming into the keyboard and LDO came out. So that's basically what I use on everything now. Cool story. Anyway, football.
My name's pretty simple.
Wait, Ted
No,
already did.
my
that?
username is simple.
He
I
said
tried
better
to
back. I
type
think he was dying.
What?
Danger
Dangerous
Zone is taken
man.
off every site. I just added the H to the end, and now I use it even when it's not taken.
So you put.
Alright, so, to talk football.
My
Right.
username.
Who's
is,
gonna be your
like,
What
surprise?
can we talk about?
So
Yeah.
you, so
Surprise.
you had Houston last year. Who
We
had
did
a
sleep picks.
surprise. Sleeper picks? Alright, I didn't hear that.
Your-
But, like,
your
you had
internet is
Houston last
fucking
week.
up.
National championship game over, but I'm assuming. Yeah, with Danger.
What?
I think I got what he's getting at there.
Who's a surprise?
you
team?
had-
Hawaii.
Yeah, Hawaii's mine. I was gonna say Hawaii. A team who's really shitty team rating that'll be ranked by the end of the year.
Yeah, I'll pick Hawaii.
My
That's who I was
isn't
gonna
on-
take.
My team isn't on the team ratings yet.
BYU maybe.
I'm actually wondering where I'll be on that list. I think I'll probably be below Hawaii.
Yeah,
Will you be below me?
I think I'll probably be at the bottom, to be honest.
Indiana was one of the top 10 or worst teams last year. The 10, they were the 10 worst
And I
teams.
still beat Michigan.
And
And you know who didn't beat Michigan? Dean.
you know who did beat Michigan as well? Me.
Everybody basically besides me beat Michigan. No, that's not accurate. The thing with Michigan was Tommy football was horrible for every game basically, except the Ohio State game, which pisses me off.
I think Cade drinks water only. I also drink water only. You're Cade rich. Yeah. Apparently. That was a complete.
I only drink sweet tea and
Yeah,
lemonade.
no.
Wait, you only drink sweet tea?
Or lemonade.
I
I'll
think
drink
you
soda.
have
Yeah, diabetes is coming around the
I
corner.
just want to tell you that the way you make sweet tea is exactly how you make normal tea, by the way. But you just add tons of sugar to it. So it basically is
And
normal
you add
tea.
like with ice. It's cold. It's not hot.
You probably like
Yeah.
you probably like how I drink tea because it has sugar and milk in it. It sounds disgusting, but it's nice. I think you'd like it.
It's hot.
All right, quick question. What time is tea time?
Tea time is like dinner time.
Really?
I thought it was like
Yeah.
2 o'clock in the
I
afternoon.
was thinking 4 p.m.
No,
We were,
Tea time.
breakfast, lunch, and dinner, or breakfast, lunch, and tea.
Oh, I thought you said tea time.
substitute tea.
It can mean different things wherever you go. Up north, tea usually means dinner. Down south in Surrey and stuff, tea might be some like afternoon break where they eat like cucumber sandwiches and have tea.
Dude, has anyone had the new cucumber flavored Gatorade?
No,
Wait, did
that
you say
sounds horrible.
cucumber flavored Gatorade?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking delicious.
Wait,
What?
seriously?
Yeah, it tastes like a cucumber.
Wait, I don't really
Wait,
like
that doesn't sound
cucumbers.
delicious.
It tastes like a liquid cucumber.
I like how you said it tastes like a cucumber, as if that's surprising.
No, no,
It tastes like fucking watermelon.
no. You've never. It's like a liquid cucumber. It's insane.
Okay, I understand.
I'm saying liquid cucumber. Like that's
You gotta buy it at like a Latino gas station though, because it's all in Spanish.
Okay, well look, cucumbers, they don't really have like much taste. There's not like a flavor. It's just like a.
Right, this has literally gone into 2 P's in a podcast. So
What
Yeah,
the fuck
we
are you
should
guys
probably
talking
get back on
about?
topic and do something. Don't ask Ted. Let's just keep going.
Cucumber Gatorade.
Just evolving into 2 Ps. I don't know.
Right, what do we talk about?
Oh,
I mean, when we try to do 2 Ps, it never works out well. When we don't try to do 2 Ps and accidentally do 2 Ps, it's actually pretty decent.
Uh,
Hold on, I'm gonna ask the chat box what they want us to talk about.
yeah.
What's the
Oh, yeah, that's
appeal
good.
of cucumber?
Yeah.
It's like I just keep thinking like cucumber juice or something is what.
It tastes like cucumber juice, but it's cucumber Gatorade.
What? That sounds bad.
It doesn't sound good.
That sounds so gross.
It's lime cucumber. It's delicious.
That sounds worse than yellow starburst.
Wait, is it lime? Did you say lime cucumber?
Yeah, lime cucumber.
It sounds like combining 2 things that I really don't like in the first. Like I don't like that much in the first.
I can see lime and cucumber, but it should basically be lime at that point. It doesn't even need the cucumber thing.
But it tastes like liquid cucumber. I feel like I need to try this now.
Yeah, I do too, but I don't think I want to.
Here, I'll just
You-
Google cucumber
Oh.
Gatorade.
I thought you were gonna say you're gonna give these stuff. I was like, that's not possible.
if you asked me at the start of this show what we'd be speaking about, the last thing I'd say is cucumber Gatorade.
I mean, I asked the chat box, and so far, Neo
Yeah.
says
Neil's like cucumber Gatorade is good shit. Thank you.
Neo
bad.
says that
Yeah.
cucumber Gatorade is actually really refreshing.
I mean, it probably looks cool.
That sounds fucking awful.
It's delicious. Let's talk about Colorado.
Yeah, Rome wants us to fetch. Okay, guys, how will Rome get his heartbreaking 7th loss this year, keeping him out of a bowl?
No, I mean, I think
What's his schedule?
making it into a bowl. Yeah, I haven't looked at their schedule, but their team's definitely a lot better. They have their guys play at potential.
I'm trying to
Colorado.
find.
So Colorado State over Colorado.
If they lose to Colorado State, I think Rome might literally implode.
Where was the scheduling topic again? Is it in general discussion or is it national?
The
Well,
what
let's look.
topic? The week 1 discussion?
No, it's
Let's
scheduling.
look at who will be.
Oh,
Colorado.
scheduling's hidden in the National Collegiate Athletic Association forum for some reason.
All right. I think Colorado wins their first game against Colorado State, then goes to Missouri and loses, goes to Michigan State, loses, has Nebraska at home, loses, beats Arizona. Sorry, Neil, but I think they'll somehow shock Arizona. Loses to South Carolina, and at this point they're 2-4. They upset Arizona State, lose to UCLA,
That wasn't
South
Carolina.
SoCal. No, USC.
That's USC.
They'll still lose no matter what.
They're gonna play Utah. They're gonna be.
They've got some really hard games. I don't think they're gonna make a bowl.
Hold on, they'll beat Utah, Cal. I think they can beat Stanford. I think
He's not gonna beat. No, he's not gonna beat Notre Dame. I don't think he'll beat Stanford. I don't think he'll beat USC. He's not gonna beat Nebraska. He's not gonna beat Michigan State.
No,
He's
I
not
mean,
He's
gonna-
going to have to have at least 1 or 2 major upsets just to make a bowl game.
He's gonna beat USC.
No, he won't beat USC.
that would be the upset of just CFBHC history.
Rome
And
says it'll be
Nebraska.
Cal that drops him out of bowl contention.
Colorado State. He could possibly beat Arizona or Arizona State. He will beat Cal. He should beat Utah, I think.
Rome
It's
doesn't
like-
even believe he's going to beat Cal.
It's not even a knock on Rome. It's just that the schedule's really tough.
Yeah.
I'd really love to see him make a bowl game, but I just don't think it's going to happen again this year.
Danger, I'm murdering a new character.
No.
Quote Leo.
He's like a death worshiper. It's awesome. But no,
Alright, so which independent will make the playoffs?
Wait, Independence can make the
BYU.
playoffs? Oh.
Yeah.
I'll be damned.
All right, so yeah, we
Notre
need to see.
Dame.
Murder your new character. For anyone who isn't aware, who's listening,
Notre Dame
Yep.
pretty much has the red carpet rolled out for them to make.
BYU will go 10-2 and make the playoffs.
All right, Notre Dame loses their first three
Beat
games of the season.
Cincinnati.
independent.
Exactly.
I know Notre
And
Dame
then
will
they'll
lose
lose
their second
to-
game of the season, but
BYU's schedule is a lot easier. Well, no, I take that back to start off, but then their middle gets a little tough when they have to play Minnesota,
They have
Wisconsin,
Minnesota, Wisconsin, Georgia.
Boise State's
Nebraska.
schedule is
I
so
will say, I think it
ridiculously
might be
easy.
more likely that BYU finishes 9-3 than Notre Dame does.
There's two teams
Oh,
who could like kind of give Boise maybe a problem, but other than that, everyone they go against is just terrible.
Yeah.
Well, compared to them anyway, that's a ridiculous schedule.
All right. Discreto asks, before we get back to one of Neil's questions, of the 4 new teams, who does the best? None of them. They
who are
all.
the new teams? Who are the new teams?
UConn, because that's the only one I know of.
UConn,
I will say
New Mexico, Fresno State.
I don't know if they do well enough. I think UConn might be
UConn actually has a coach, which is why I think they're the best.
Yeah,
Isn't,
but
like a lot of the new teams coaches just kind of like disappear.
well, no, it's just Taco there. The other one didn't even have a coach.
Oh yeah.
Give me fucking Fresno State. They constantly find a way to be shocking.
I'm gonna resign and become manager of the New Mexico Lobos.
New Mexico Lobos, the new national champions.
Oh Jesus, I would kill myself. I think I would just kill myself if I had to live in New Mexico.
everyone would just stop playing because it's just so ridiculous.
This is the Gatorade glows in the dark. Warning,
Alright.
tastes like ass. If you get it, it'll quickly die. You're better off drinking piss. You've been warned.
That's what this video of you. It's not
Alright,
actually.
Neo,
It's lime and
Neo-
pepino.
lemon pepino, lime, cucumber. Neo asked, how about discussing conference teams who will take a step forward? So basically, who's going to be better than they were last year?
All right, for the
I think
AAC, Hawaii. I think that's
Hawaii, definitely. Hawaii could. They won't win their conference.
basically the entire AAC is getting better because you can't really get worse.
Hawaii will come in second in their.
I want to say Rutgers.
Oh yeah, Rutgers and the Big. They're going to be better.
Now that they don't have like every single one of their decent fucking players redshirted.
They were like 6-2 with those guys, and they redshirted. No, it's kind of smart if you think about it.
No, it wasn't.
Well, yeah, he gets to keep his guys.
But he was 6-1, I think.
Guys.
If he would have kept him, he would have had a just fine season. He might have even contended for the big, but then he just fucking came in and redshirted them all for no reason at all.
Yeah, 170 to 10.
Which, to be fair, to be perfectly honest, he shouldn't be able to just go in and redshirt all of those fucking people after like week 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Well,
he's a new coach. They give him
didn't he take the job like halfway
in the
through?
middle.
Did Rutgers win their bowl or even make? I know they probably made one, but did they win their bowl?
I don't think they went to one.
Yeah, they might not have.
Somebody in the shout box will know this.
I don't think they did. Now that I think about it, because I think they finished 6-2. Or no, it was 7-5 because they won the last week of the
If they went 7-5, because
Biggest step-
I know Clemson did not go to a bowl, and Emperor of Orange was really pissed about that.
This
All right.
video says Georgia State, New Mexico 2020 National Championship game.
Okay, who takes the biggest step forward in the ACC? Give me Georgia Tech.
Georgia Tech.
ACC or AAC?
ACC. We said it was Hawaii for the
Miami.
AA.
I'm taking Miami.
Pittsburgh.
Oh
Pittsburgh's
yeah.
another good one.
Good choice.
I like Georgia Tech's wide receivers.
They're not gonna do a fucking thing.
So
Yeah, but there's you could be running Smash Mouth and they'd still have like at least 100 yards receiving game. Well,
No,
combined.
Yeah, what, Calvin Johnson and who was that other wide receiver that played at Georgia
Stephen
Tech?
Hill.
Stephen Hill, yeah, they never did too
He
much.
could have been so good. God damn it, Stephen Hill, what's wrong with you?
You got.
Why do you have hands made of clay? It's just like...
He had him in college too. You guys just didn't pay attention. I remember when I was watching Georgia Tech one year, and Stephen Hill, literally no one within 10 yards of him because Georgia Tech doesn't throw. So when they do, he was wide open. He drops it.
No, but when...
Yeah. Like
his hands are so big, though. How can you not catch a fucking ball? Just catch the ball. I can catch a ball. God damn it.
All right. But I still think Georgia Tech will take a biggest step forward.
I think UNC might go to the next level, so I'm gonna say they take the biggest step forward.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I don't even see Georgia Tech going to a bowl game this year, much less being the most advanced team in the ACC.
They beat Georgia last year.
Yeah. I mean, they got lucky beating Georgia last year.
What's Boston College's team like?
Oh yeah, Boston College. That's another good
College.
What's really
Caboose is inheriting. It's like Caboose's rich uncle died, and he's inheriting his entire fortune.
His rich uncle died there.
How good is it currently, though? Because obviously it'll be really good in 2 seasons.
They had an elite passing offense. That was about it. They like the number 5 passing offense by team rating.
I mean, they're gonna spike. Though Boston College and Nebraska in 2 seasons are gonna spike ridiculously.
All right.
Along with Arizona.
You did Rutgers for Big 10. Big 12. I want to say myself, but I'm gonna pass.
Yeah, I think it has to be TCU because I don't think anyone else has really actually done well enough to advance.
If it's just who gets better than West Virginia, because they have to surely. Don't have to get better.
They didn't recruit anyone, but I mean, if that's who gets better in the future, maybe.
No,
they're not that bad right now.
Rest in peace. Rest
They
in
lost
peace.
Baldacci, didn't they?
How about Baldacci?
Well, Texas Tech.
Texas Tech, they have some great defensive tackles.
Or Iowa State.
TCU gets.
Can Iowa State really get worse than what they were last year?
Yeah, they didn't have enough.
They had a good recruiting class, didn't they? I think.
Yeah, but that's not going to impact them. They had a bunch. They had a massive class, so it's like 33.5s.
TCU would be the easy choice here if they did redshirt.
I didn't redshirt everyone. I redshirted Bradley Clay and Andrew Wright, and then TC Bradford, and that's about it.
Well, so you get defensive over this.
I unredshirted Jamel Beckham.
Everyone on the team? I just heard that a while ago. I'm just looking for confirmation here. Did you redshirt everyone on your team? That's that what happened?
No, not as bad as Rutgers, at least.
Yeah, no. I mean, you did redshirt some of your best guys.
Only the JUCOs, really.
Yeah.
I thought it was everyone on your team.
Guys. So anyways, but yeah, I think TCU probably is the best improved team because
I'm still not sure I can make a bowl this year, but if I can somehow beat.
So, I mean, they're just so average to me.
If I could somehow beat Tennessee, then I can get through my. If somehow beat Tennessee and Texas A&M, I'll be 4-1 with my out of conference. I just have to pull off like Iowa State and then Baylor.
Yeah. Baylor definitely got worse, but there was a team that were picking.
What conferences do we have left?
Talk about the drop-off.
Hey, guys. LSU just got advanced, and they have a kicker that's 3.0 out of 2.5.
They had Pittsburgh, too. They had a quarterback who was like...
James Dale was 5.5 of 5.
What have I like the...
wow.
Holy-
LSU doesn't have like.
Look at those corners, those true freshmen.
The wide receivers are terrible.
Their wide
Like a
receivers aren't that
4.5.
bad. Their number 1 is a 4.5 out of 5.
Yeah, and then it's
you
terrible.
only need one.
Their wide receivers aren't too good after the first guy.
And their running backs aren't that great.
They have like 2 running backs.
Decent.
They're another team that will have 5.0 quarterbacks forever.
Well, no. Oh, yeah.
Devereaux, and then next year, if Kirby won't
gets
transfer.
advanced, but he.
So wait, playoffs definitely knew that they won the 2013 CFBHC championship because playoffs was high there, right?
Yeah.
So we haven't.
Playoffs was high there. They were all fucking high there. I might still be high there. I don't know.
We all may be high there. Maybe we're all high there. On the inside.
In some way, a little part of us is all.
We're in the Matrix, and we're all high there.
I want to see Tennessee progress because that's my week 1 game, and I hope they suck.
Well, I mean, they're all going to be.
I mean, they're gonna suck.
His name was Robert Paulson. His name is Robert Paulson.
So, and then out of the what other conferences haven't we done? We haven't done the Pac-12 or the SEC with best teams.
I was just going down Indies.
Independents. You can't really choose an so I guess you gotta choose the suburban Mormons.
I'm going with Army.
Maybe?
Army with the
Army
state
for what?
for most improved.
Oh yeah, I guess Hyder was their recruiter, wasn't he? The Army recruiter.
Either didn't he?
He's the Army
Those poor
recruiter.
misguided Army kids.
Oh, but seriously, they still have the Stavier and Laurent Christensen after his injury, which is the funniest way to get injured possible. Do you guys remember that?
No.
I don't. You're gonna have to refresh my memory.
Christensen was like 2 of 4.5 true freshman corner who was leading the nation in interceptions. So High there puts him at wide receiver.
Oh, right.
First play of the game, he breaks his leg and is out for the season.
It's almost as funny as the Rayleigh Koya Ty Miller double arm break in the same fucking play.
That wasn't funny.
That collision must have been brilliant to watch, man. That must have been some sort of demolition.
Danger, I don't want to fucking hear it because the pipe gave you favor for the rest of your season. You went on to beat Texas and Baylor, and I'm pretty sure you beat somebody else too.
I wrote a great article on it.
At least it was only the pipe that struck him down, not the stool. The stool is not forgiven.
The $1 million stool.
I still like how everyone thought Kotar was going to get injured like every week, and Kotar never got injured.
Well, here's the thing: we didn't need him to get injured because the blood of Brian Brown and.
We've still got the NFL, Dean.
Hey, you know what? Even with Kotar healthy, you still couldn't beat Michigan.
You know, it could be Michigan, Dean. Me.
The blood of Brian Brown flowed through the veins of Tommy Football.
Tommy Football turned into a touchdown.
All you have to do is open your heart up to the pipe and accept the fact that a good player has to be injured.
You may have beaten Michigan if you had a proper quarterback like Kamal Davis.
All right. So, anyways, and then out of the SEC. Wait, no, we didn't even do Pac-12. Sorry. So, Pac-12 most improved team: Arizona or Colorado.
Pac-12.
I mean, it's both a race to see which ones. I mean, Arizona probably has a better chance of making a bowl than Colorado does.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
Arizona has been a ridiculous quarterback, though. That's gonna help him.
Yeah.
I forgot his name, but he progressed 1.5 points.
Let's go. Yeah, I'll
So he was
go.
like 4 or 5, but now sophomore.
Yeah.
Oh, and
I'm going with USC because they have progressed ridiculously.
Oh yeah, it's true. They're already.
Yeah, they have.
The undefeated USC Trojans get even
it
better.
gets better.
Undefeated.
That LDO.
I'm pretty sure they took a huge Crimson Tide dick in their ass in the playoffs.
And when the amazing team couldn't get any better, they had
My God,
5 out of
really
5 kickers.
the two top teams. It's a rematch of the playoffs.
Watch Alabama win the game again.
I'm gonna try to get some help this time.
The Twins are going to go 0-2 in week 1. How sweet
I
it
really
is.
hope I beat the crap out of you, Ted, just because you've been talking all the smack.
You fucking won't.
You're like, what's the? There's a brand of cereal with smack in it, isn't there?
Yeah, it's Sugar Smacks.
Yeah.
Danger
With the
drink.
frog. Yeah.
It's got that Diggums, yeah, you just said that.
And according to Colorado actually took a step down in talent overall.
Yeah, I think.
which was
I was
actually
just
difficult for them to do.
They don't have Blair Williams anymore, right?
Yeah, but they
If
got
you
Not
Nets.
better at defensive.
how much my team rating's gone down with the loss of Kamal.
Oh god, that's gonna be ugly.
It's gonna be sad.
So if I manage to injure your quarterback, who's your number 2? Dean,
No, I think Indiana has 2, 3, or 3 quarterbacks. Oh, me though?
Yes, you.
Oh, my number 2.
You're not getting near Christopher Gentile.
Yes, you, Dean.
My number 2 quarterback will wind up being. I'll just put Marcus Bearhead. We'll run the
Yeah,
wild.
his name's Christopher Gentile.
Okay, so target your quarterback and the rest will fall.
You only
Or
have
no, can I just do a
two
passing
quarterbacks
offense?
on your roster, dude.
Always wrong.
I can't wait. I
Dean,
can't wait
you
to
need
beat Ohio
approach
State.
your quarterbacks.
What?
If Glenn Spencer and Melvin Jefferson get hurt, you're fucked.
Well, yeah, I know, but I don't think both of them are going to get hurt.
I don't know. You didn't have an injury last year.
Don't taunt the pipe, dude.
But, no, but Glenn
Play
Spencer.
dance stool at the same time.
Glenn Spencer
Dude,
is
they could get
171 pounds.
injured in the same
If you taunt the pipe enough, then the stool will get involved.
Dude,
I'm genuinely concerned Glenn
you
Spencer
could
is
lose-
going to get injured. What?
You know, you can lose star players in a game, and sometimes you lose 2 running backs when you're running Smash Mouth, and you have new battles by himself in the backfield running Smash Mouth, and you just put yourself to sleep at night. And you lose 51-7 against the Raiders.
Backup plan
That
there.
was fucking awesome, by the way.
Who, me?
Adriel, please.
How can I have a backup
I
plan?
thought you might have like redshirted it. I don't know. You only have
So-
2 games.
Yeah,
I'm
so?
just waiting. I'm just waiting to open up a game report and for it to say injury, person, paralysis of lower extremities, out for career.
Yeah, Georgia's only got 2 quarterbacks.
There's a Luna said there was a possibility of a career-ending injury, and I want to see it happen.
We all want to see it happen, but we probably won't
He's
ever
that
see it
Glenn
happen.
Spencer.
How bad?
Sleep.
I might cry if it happened to AJ Jefferson or someone like that.
If it happened in Norris Brookshire, I may or may not end up leaving the site over that one.
Norris Brookshire out for a career.
Norris
I-
Brookshire, Eric LeGrandin, out for career.
Eric LeGrand.
Wow. But that would be the ultimate rage quit. Like,
I'd like to see it.
I would make Rome look like fucking salt substitute.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for the coach to get on the sideline.
I would
Just
make Rome look like fucking Molly McButter.
like Dean Pellin out one game.
oh man, what if you could get injured as a coach or
I
suspended?
know, because where's the
can't-
player just on the sideline and then you're
You
out?
can't, so you can't submit a game plan.
Yeah.
Just whatever.
I mean, Joe Paterno got his ass hit on the sideline, and he still coached from the box, so I don't see that happening.
Sean Payton style.
That's only one game, you know. You have to go to surgery at the same time of the game. Your offensive coordinator has to take over.
I wonder if there's any like off the field injuries, like alcohol poisoning, out for career.
No. That should be bad. Just Keyshawn Thompson, alcohol poisoning. Yeah.
Right. Marcus Berry pushed girlfriend downstairs, out for season or something like that.
Marcus Berry.
Laid out after trying too much.
On way to Bible study.
Oh yeah, that's more accurate. There we go.
Dean could just go Charlie Strong.
Marcus Berry hit by straight Bible.
Dean needs to go Charlie Strong on his players and kick everyone out.
Marcus Berry struck by an angel.
Marcus Berry, syphilis, out for 3 games.
No, that's not Marcus. Okay, you don't
How would you get
understand.
out for 3 games with syphilis?
Yeah, you can still play with syphilis.
Syphilis from shared.
You go get syphilis and tell me if you want to play a football game.
I'm not going to go skip. Hey, yeah, you have syphilis. Let's have
Do
sex.
it, no balls.
Yeah, do it, no balls. Here's what you need to do. You need to go I mean, back like 4 years ago, become an elite high school quarterback, go get syphilis, and then as a redshirt or as a freshman, go lead a team to victory. You won't fucking do it. You won't fucking do it.
Where are you going?
No
Ah,
ball.
we're gonna
Do it,
die.
no ball.
You're not syphilis treated.
Apparently, I got a running back in recruiting, and I'm not sure where
Dude,
from.
who needs running
Oh,
backs
wait, no,
when
he's
you
a,
have
he's a
fullback?
red shirt.
Who needs running backs?
Well, you obviously need fullbacks to throw the ball when you're TCU. Alex Ingram, greatest
Frederick
fullback
Marshall will be my
quarterback
quarterback.
combination ever.
Oh yeah, you could
I
do
like
that. Just
Ingram.
YOLO it.
Dude,
Can you
Alex
be like
Ingram
a
was my
0.5
backup.
out of 5?
If you look on my depth chart, Alex Ingram is actually my backup quarterback.
Oh my god, my team's
Oh, Jesus.
But
This isn't even funny.
he really was. I had him listed as my backup quarterback. If Johnny Green ever got hurt, he would have gone in, which would have made me so happy.
You should have just fucking started him then.
Some of my players haven't been progressed.
Oh no.
There's a chance that they won't progress at all. I think it's like a 0.5% chance or something.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Dude, I mean, Ty Miller only progressed 0.5, and he was having a really good season. So you just blame RNGesus for it.
Oh. If they're injured, they'll progress less, too.
Yeah.
That
I'm
hurts
pretty
over
sure-
there.
Which sucks, because Ty Miller should be a 5 of 5 right now, with Norris Berkshire being a 5 of 5. I'll take a 4.5 out of 5. That's no big deal. I'm just saying.
Oh, Arkansas actually is pretty good at first glance.
Mel Beckham's going to be a 5 of 5 after this season. He's progressing 2.5 points.
Jesus Christ.
Actually, just living quarterback.
I still won't have a quarterback, but he can throw to.
I'm probably gonna have to get a quarterback this season because I don't see Berkshire staying past his redshirt junior year.
Yeah.
Oh no, he definitely won't.
He'll
If
leave.
Mike Berry were to stay, I would be so happy.
Shit, if Berkshire were to stay, I would be so happy.
Jerry Randall will say I'd be super happy.
If Aaron Kota could have stayed, I would have been so happy.
Wasn't he a senior?
Yeah.
Depth chart 2015. Trying to open up the Ohio State depth chart.
Well, my game plan's set for your team, by the way.
Oh, your game plan's already set?
Yep.
It's like
I
every-
can't wait.
I need to change one thing, though.
I think it's 2020 will be the first, or no, not 2020. Like 2018 will be the first year that's all recruited players.
Oh, yeah.
It might be 2013.
Well, you can have redshirt freshmen for the first year, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's
Lynn
like
Spencer. I can't wait to knock his ass out of the game.
you probably can. He's tiny.
Yeah, I know, he's so fucking small. It scares the shit out of me.
He's smaller than Frederick Marshall.
So,
Frederick Marshall is bigger than him.
I am a
2019 is the first year with only recruited players.
They're both 5.0 guys. 2019 is the first year.
I should have saved my
Yeah.
team before because I swear a lot of these haven't progressed. I can't be snowing.
Dude, it's going to be interesting by that time because you'll have an all-conference team full of like 4.0s, 4 guys.
All right, so let's discuss the Senior Bowl, okay?
No, hold on. I have to ask you a question, Dean. Why are you redshirting a 1.0 out of 1.5 wide receiver?
Why not?
That is... Whatever.
I need to redshirt someone, okay? Just redshirt the guy, man.
I'm just glad your kicker is absolute garbage. Both of them.
Yeah, I
Hunter
know.
is too.
My special teams is shit.
Should be pretty fun beating Ohio State in the horseshoe.
Just keep saying it. The less likely this to happen, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that's how
I can't wait to go to Norman.
That's not how the world works. Because all week we were saying you were going to lose to Michigan, and you fucking lost to Michigan. I can't wait for you
then
to
I
go to
can't
Norman
wait
so I
to
can
go
hang
to-
70 on your ass.
All right, so let's do.
And I'll hang 77, so. Jamel Beckham with 11 touchdown passes.
You're not gonna hang.
Jamel
77
Beckham doesn't
on
need
me.
a quarterback.
Okay.
He's gonna,
Yes.
Jamel Beckham will throw to himself. Is it up?
Well, Beckham's a strong, independent receiver who can be a quarterback.
You don't need no quarterback.
No, let's
He's
talk
a
about the
strong,
Senior Bowl.
independent black receiver.
The Senior Bowl. It's NFL. This is college game day.
And
Yeah,
still
they're
college.
college
South
players.
is gonna. The South will rise
South
again.
is gonna.
You can't say that.
Yeah, I don't want this.
I believe he just said that.
Again, I'm
The
cheering for
South will rise again.
And again, and again, and again.
Yeah, that's it. I got a transfer centre, didn't I? And it's not on my depth chart.
Yeah, the transfers
Yeah.
aren't on the depth charts.
Oh, okay.
And Alex Ingram for player of the game, the backup fullback.
No, I think. Well, I was just gonna say biasly that Kota probably has some stake to it, but that's if the North win. If the North managed to win, I think your player of the games might be Kotar, Triplet,
Kamau.
Kamau is an option, yeah.
Jacoby Servins for defensive player for the South.
Dude, he's the best cornerback in the draft.
He is. He really is.
Then Blair Williams has a chance, and that's probably about it as far as the North player of the game options go.
For the South, you have Tyrone Jones, Cleveland Merrill, who I'm scared to see them on a team together.
Yeah, that's an absolutely terrifying defensive line. They're not.
Those two together.
And then Derek Martin too. Derek Martin's really good too.
Oh, the entire secondary.
Stack too. Like, the entire defense for the South is just absolutely terrifying.
South's gonna win the game. It's not even gonna be a contest.
I think if the North's defense steps up, it's a contest.
They won't step up near as much
think-
as the South's defense.
And then for the offense players,
Who
you
has
have-
the coach? Who's the
you asking about
What?
like coaching edge?
Yeah, who has the coaching edge?
I
Kafka.
think it has the coaching edge.
Kafka has the coaching edge.
First again in the Senior Bowl.
Since this is not a beginning of season game, Kafka has the edge.
It's the only game in this technical season.
Yeah.
It's not. It's a postseason
we'll have to see.
game. It's not a preseason game. It's a postseason game.
But no, I think Slinky is one of the best coaches in the sim as far as it is. So I wouldn't be surprised if the North be able to pull it off with the talent they have. Then again, the Lions did really bad. So was it just bad players or what? Who knows? I think the Lions or the North made the chance.
I think that the North has a better offensive line, but that's really about it.
And then they have better offensive weapons
Meh.
at quarterback and wide receiver. Sort of. But yeah, I think the South winds up winning that game. But there's not really any offensive players that I would pick to be player of the game. I guess Wheeler could wind up, but Wheeler played really poorly in the national championship game, so I'm kind of curious to see how that'll affect his draft stock.
Maybe
The other it was not a good game for quarterbacks in the first place. I don't think it affects them too much.
But that was
I don't think that will.
really bad performance.
Alabama's quarterback had a pretty bad performance in its own right. So
Conversely, Aaron Kotar went off on Washington in his game. And
yeah, no, that wasn't difficult at all. That was almost like when UConn and Oklahoma met in the Sugar Bowl.
Okay, no.
There was just fucking high risk, no reward.
TY did a scheme change, and then I already demolished him earlier in the season. So this is just a further beat down. But I could have beat USC. Just saying. We'll see
What
about
now?
I'm tired of shit.
Ohio State's team this past season is the TCU of the Sim.
They're terrible.
No, that they could have won the national championship. I'm just saying. Should have been put in the playoffs, man.
Considering you won't beat me and you still won't beat Michigan, I don't think it's gonna happen.
I didn't say for this year.
Damn, you have to
Oh,
play
last
USC,
year?
don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Let's
you
take a
already
look
got
at-
your ass kicked by Bama.
Yeah. Well, no, I didn't get my ass kicked. I only lost by 6. Both games I
Bama.
lost was.
USC got their ass kicked. That's what happened.
Was that in
Shut up.
Tuscaloosa when you got beat by Bama?
No, it was at
Was
Life Stadium, but the reason behind it was because I didn't
Exactly.
necessarily know how to gameplay as well as I did later on. So I think I wasn't.
All right, Ohio State has to go. I could easily see Ohio State 1-3 going into their bye week. No, 1-2. I'm dumb. Sorry.
I mean,
And
yeah.
then after that, it shapes up to be an easy ass schedule, cakewalk until they
No,
play
it's-
Penn State.
My schedule is hard throughout, really.
Dude, you really talking up ECU, Rice, at Rutgers, and at Indiana? Come on, you've got a pretty solid month of cake. Then Penn State and Wisconsin and Michigan State kicks it up, and then Maryland, it's another drop, and then at Michigan, you're guaranteed a loss.
I don't think you have a grasp
I
of
think
the seventh that
ECU
well.
beats. I think ECU beats Ohio State.
That would be amazing. I really hope that would happen, but I don't think it will.
Please, guys.
ECU held their own against Boise. They beat Ole Miss. ECU is the surprise team next year. They will make the playoffs.
No.
I'm
No.
putting that out there. ECU will be in the playoffs
They held their own against
as
Boise.
AAC champion,
No.
and they'll beat Boise this season.
Maybe.
That's my
but
prediction.
They still won't be in the
ECU will
playoffs.
be. They just need to upset Boise and then win the rest of the AAC games, and they're in the playoffs. They need
That's
one
I'll
all.
game
believe
upset.
it.
They couldn't beat Boise without Brian Brown.
And now Boise doesn't have Brian Brown.
Yeah, but they have Brett
Boise isn't as good.
Bowen. Yeah, but he's
Brett
better
Bowen.
than the guy they had. He's better
Yeah,
than
but they
Steve
lost.
Bowers, who was like a 2 out of 2.5. They're not
Then
going
again,
to lose.
but look at who else Boise lost. DJ Reed. They lost a lot of their offensive line. I'm just saying. I think ECU will beat Boise.
Yeah.
As
I doubt it.
ECU to win the AAC.
Well, but this is well, never mind. I was gonna say this is Dean who constantly disrespects Boise, but he just picked them. So
Yeah. No, because see,
I don't need to-
I never said that Boise State wasn't a good team, but I said I don't think they were worthy of the #1 ranking over a team like Bama at the time who actually played better teams. That was just my opinion on how the top 25 should work.
no, you ended up getting mad about the fact that they beat a coachless LSU team.
I wasn't mad over that. All I said was that their win was not as impressive as Bama's wins. But then Bama got beat by LSU, which was
Yeah.
obviously.
Like I
Bama's
said,
in the
though,
national champion, so I guess I was kind of right on who was.
Bama's was the best team last year
Yeah.
in the nation. Who LSU beat? LSU would have won the national championship again had they had a reasonably good coach.
Boise State doesn't lose Brian Brown in the last game of the season. You're singing a different tune.
No,
We're
I
stuck
don't.
with that banner for the whole offseason.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe, but I don't know.
Maybe.
They
I
would've
could
beat-
see them winning, but they would beat Florida State. But I think Bama would have beaten Boise.
Florida State to become the next Buffalo Bills in
How
the
I see it. It might not.
CPHC.
No, because I don't think they make it this year.
Yeah,
Go
go
next.
here.
I think it's the Bama USC national championship.
I think North Carolina might. Do you think Florida State wins the ACC?
Yes, I don't even
I
think
think
North
their only
Carolina-
competition is really
UNC. It's going to be that for the.
UNC is their only real competition. I think that'll be
Sure.
the ACC championship game. I think Florida State wins it, but UNC puts up a bigger fight this year.
All right, now I'm just going to ask, what are the predictions for the Big Ten? From all of you. And then Ted's going to
don't-
be extremely but I'll stay here. But
Are Iowa and Michigan
In the
the
West-
same?
I need to look at the conference.
No, I think Iowa will win. Iowa will win the West. There's Illinois, Iowa, Minnesota, Nebraska, Northwestern, Purdue, Wisconsin.
Iowa
think
can run
Iowa
away
wins
with
that. And then I think, actually, Michigan probably wins the East because I'm going with Ohio State, but Ohio State can't beat Michigan.
Right. So give me Michigan and Iowa in that Big Ten championship.
That just sounds like that's not going to happen.
Yeah, that does not sound like it's gonna happen to me either. I'm gonna pick myself out of the Big Ten.
Oh, wow. Guys, alert the presses. Coach
Just
of
'cause-
Ohio
Wow.
State fucking picked himself.
Yeah, but and then I'll take Wisconsin for a rematch in the Big Ten championship game.
I don't
Arizona.
know.
Let's look at Arizona's depth chart.
Arizona posted their depth chart, but
I see out of the big. I'm going to go with one.
don't pick
Is LDU
Ohio State just because he's your brother.
He's not gonna do that.
Because Ohio State's going to find a way to lose to Michigan again. I mean, last year was the only possible gimme for Ohio State, and they choked it away.
Yeah, I'm not looking at any schedule right now.
I mean, my team's still kind of better than my team's better offensively than Michigan, and then he's 0.1 better than he did defensively. That's it. I have a better team overall.
I'm gonna like Iowa, and I'm gonna go with something different from just Penn State.
Yeah,
Do
it's
you know
kinda
why? Do you know why Michigan's gonna beat you? Because you can't beat Michigan.
Where did LDO go? Is he still around?
I got halfway through our depth chart and just stopped because I'm sad. So I'm just
Okay, because I hadn't heard from him in a while.
We'll hear your Big Ten predictions, LDO. We got out of the East.
So he's gonna have Purdue with the national.
What,
Who do you have?
who'll be in the conference game or something?
Who do
Yeah.
you have Indiana playing in the
Indiana, you have Indiana
Big
played
Ten
in
championship?
conference
The biggest
game.
Hoover pick of all time, right there.
No, I think it'll be. Let's have a look. I don't actually know the ratings actually of these teams, so I've no idea. Maybe in the West it'll be Wisconsin again,
Wisconsin.
or Iowa,
It's a good pick.
Yeah.
and then in the East,
Iowa.
probably maybe Michigan or Ohio State.
All right, so we're gonna say it's gonna come down to the game. That's gonna be pretty interesting if that actually happens.
When
Same, I don't.
If we have Michigan and Ohio State run the table in the Big Ten, and then the game winds up being the prelude to that'd be interesting. Not saying that happens, but
let's in the Hoosiers depth chart.
Oh no, it's half complete. It's half complete.
Hoosiers. Hooskies.
Let's discuss
Hoosiers.
I'm confused what's going on here.
Christopher Gentile. That's a solid quarterback. A solid running back. And then you have an pretty good wide receiver with Douglas Chadwick.
What the fuck do the squiggly lines mean, LDO?
Then you don't have.
That means I don't
Then
care.
you don't have a tight end.
That means that we could just die.
That's
why isn't Raymond
Right.
Willingham the second?
your offensive line is. And then holy shit, your defense.
Is the
Oh,
word you're looking for.
Defense isn't even in like.
Oh God.
Oh,
Yeah, you're still doing.
Wait, what
it.
the hell?
Yeah, I did the secondary. I left the linebackers and defensive things for now.
You better hope he doesn't play out your team right
Do you only
now.
have one full? You only have one fullback on your depth chart
One more?
on your
Yeah.
entire team. One
It
fullback.
has like 6.
That's something I'm sure he
I'm
started with
recruiting.
1.5 out of 3.5. I don't
That's
think
not a
he's
terrible
been progressed that fullback.
I signed 2 in recruiting.
You don't have to.
I signed 2 better than him, but I like fullbacks if you can't tell.
Oh,
Fullbacks
this is
are
the worst
love.
team with Hawaii and Jessica Biel. Yeah.
And then me.
So far.
The only question I have is, can I beat Purdue? I haven't seen Purdue's
You
team.
better beat Purdue, goddammit.
Oh, I only have 5 fullbacks. That's a shame.
Only
No.
have 5 fullbacks. I was one off.
Purdue not being.
It's okay. 3 of them are freshmen, so in 4 years I'll have 12.
And then you'll have 50. And then
And
after
then
that, 1 year you're gonna have 30 recruits and all of them will be fullbacks.
I'm recruiting every fullback in the nation. They're all coming.
Nobody's on the fullback. You'll have the advantage on them.
Fullback.
We'll be fullback you.
FBU instead of TCU.
You no longer affiliate with Christian religion. You
It's
have to-
Oh my god.
TFBU, Texas Fullback University.
Purdue's gonna absolutely destroy me.
Oh, Purdue is?
Yeah. That makes me sad. They've got a 5 out of 5 receiver. They're gonna have probably 2 4 out of 4s.
Who's slow to progressing? Nobody.
That
Please
makes me sad. God damn it. The only game on.
Alright, so how much more do we have to talk about here? Or should we probably sign off sometime?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Let's
go.
talk more about TCU.
Kinda late.
It's not.
I don't think anybody-
TCU's not going to go to a bowl game. They're not going to win the Big 12. They're probably going to suck this year. Why do you want to talk about them?
Because,
their head coach.
well, let's talk
Yeah,
about
no.
my recruiting then.
Let's not talk
No.
about you talked
I
about your
barely
recruit.
like doing recruiting myself. I don't want to talk about it.
See, now this is what's going to do you, Ted. Your hatred for recruiting.
Do
Doesn't
him?
matter. I get my players.
Doom.
I have better recruits than Ohio State.
Doom. No, you're not really.
Yeah.
Let's take a look. See how Ohio State did in recruiting.
Let's not do that.
I'm gonna
This is
get off,
pretty
guys.
fucking awful. See you later,
Thank
LDO.
you for having me on. Bye.
Bye, Leo.
I'm using in Spiral's rankings here because they seem pretty accurate.
Brewski's reference this time, did we?
Whoops.
Ohio State ranked number 55. They have 2 5.0s, 1 4.5, and 2 4.0s, no 3.0s. They have 11 recruits. That's it. Oklahoma is much higher at 39.
Okay.
You have a 5.0, 3 4.5s, 2 4.0s.
Who was USC?
USC's 35.
Aha!
It's okay. TCU,
I never refuted USC. I just said Ohio State.
Yeah.
USC's only a little better. It's okay because TCU's higher than all of you guys.
Oklahoma doesn't
How's
sound
that
bad.
working out for you, though?
Except, and then you have Nebraska and Boston College, who are
Right.
above.
Fly by again?
That's an actual plane flying over your house.
Yeah, it was my plane. I have a J.
Oh, so wait, that was going on during the national championship or whatever it was. It was an actual plane flying over. You didn't have a sound effect. You just say
For
that's
the-
the flyby.
Yeah, those are just the flyovers. Those
Oh.
are actual planes.
Those were actual planes. See, I thought you did a sound effect this entire time.
Yeah.
No, those are real planes. I just kind of tucked it in.
Yeah, like the same time.
Just those planes just had impeccable timing.
They really did. They always happened like right at halftime or right before the game. Like, and here's the pregame flyover. Here's the
Yeah.
halftime flyover. Here's the postgame flyover. Apparently, Air Force is playing in this game.
No.
But- Except Air Force didn't play.
Dawned on me.
See LDO's quote in the chat box. Purdue is a lot better than I thought they were. Shit, fuck bastard, fuck Purdue. Open school crumbles to the ground.
Whoa, what's going on right now?
The only reason LDO hates Purdue is because Inspiral hates Indiana. so much. And Spiral hates Indiana almost as much as or probably more than I hate Texas Tech, which is impressive.
He does not hate Indiana more than I hate Texas.
I don't know about that.
I wish that whole fucking place would burn to the ground.
The entire state of Texas?
Yes.
You're killing innocent children.
No, there's no such thing as an innocent child
No,
in Texas.
but how is Oklahoma ever going to recruit again ever? Because like 90% of their team is
Oh,
from.
yeah.
Won't be a problem. We'll figure it out.
They'll find 5 guys that'll put
Considering
together.
I only need about 5 or 6 guys per class, it'll be fine.
Dude, you know you're gonna be terrible in a few years.
Yeah, no. You're just going to have like a whole offensive line.
And there's the post-game flyover.
Senior Bowl just ended.
It'll be fine.
What if, as you said, that the Senior Bowl game results were posted?
I think somebody's going to think that I meant that when I said that. Which I didn't, I was thinking it.
What'd you say?
Senior Bowl just ended because you said it was post-game flyover. We're supposed to be at the Senior Bowl.
Oh, is the Senior Bowl over?
No. Well, I hope so.
Dow has risen again in the Senior Bowl. Alex Ingram with 5 touchdown runs,
That would be
400 yards rushing. Alex Ingram named player of the game and defensive player of the game after he stepped in at inside linebacker after Cleveland Merrill was injured. He had 8 sacks in one half.
The more you talk, the more we know that it's becoming BS. Nothing is done.
I thought after Alex Ingram getting a single carry might make you realize it was BS, but we can
Hold
continue.
on, I'm trying to see. Okay, so my offensive defensive ratings are better than everyone up to number 4. And it's actually better than number 3. And that's where it stops.
I think I've been yawning for the past 30 minutes of this podcast.
One long yawn.
It's because
My
it's
specialty is really
it's gotten a
part-time.
bit boring. I think it's time to end this shit.
Yep.
All right, so from the season premiere edition of College Game Day, I've been Dean Craig Pelton.
And you are no longer deep.
No, I'm not. I'm an entirely new man.
I'm
Yeah.
still Danger Zone.
I'm still not Danger Zone.
I finished my sausage, but there's still A1 on my plate.
And that's Chicago Ted 1. This has been College Game Day, season premiere edition.
Bye.
We will see you tomorrow at the Super Bowl. Or
Oh.
2 of us will.
Oh, Will.
Oh, whoops, meant to keep that a secret.
Yep.
All right, so this is the College Game Day.